Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Week 4 of Iowa High School football, coming to you live on Q102. We're broadcasting from Okoboji on their beautiful turf football field. My name is Mitch Kieran, joined tonight by Tim Peterson, as well as Tim Soper, as this game is also video streamed at exploreokoboji.com. Now, Tim, you couldn't ask for better weather tonight, or you couldn't ask for a more strange setup to this game, because 24 hours ago, Okoboji didn't have a team to play on homecoming.
And neither did Woodbury Central. It's just one of those things, 2020 has been a lot of fun this year, as everybody knows, but another twist, and you knew it was only going to be a matter of time until some teams and schools started dropping. Okoboji's volleyball team couldn't play last night because their opponent has COVID. Now their football team tonight, same thing, and same thing with Woodbury Central. They were supposed to play Westwood. Their opponent couldn't play, so how perfect that these two teams could end up playing, and then they end up playing each other tonight, and it's Okoboji's homecoming, so they could have that still, and it just kind of worked out great, and you can't praise Woodbury Central enough here for coming over here to play this game and letting Okoboji have their homecoming. It's multiple road games for them, and they're nice enough to make the travel. Absolutely,
without a doubt. It's a very sense of just gratefulness in this community here tonight, as we see more and more fans just come into this stadium as finally they get to celebrate their community and their school on homecoming nights. And as, of course, we got to be grateful to the Woodbury Central Wildcats, led by head coach Kurt Bremer. And they're 2-1 overall in Class A. Okoboji hosting them 1-2. But again, grateful they can make the trip. And I think head coach Nick Pluger said it beautifully in the pregame in an interview which we'll bring to you shortly. So it is now time for tonight's pregame show, brought to you by Lakes Regional Healthcare in Spirit Lake, online at lakeshealth.org. And we'll be back for the kickoff of Week 4 of Iowa High School football next on Q102.
Imagine a surgery with less pain, where it's minimally invasive. You have a faster recovery and you receive better results. At Lakes Regional Healthcare, the only hospital with comprehensive robotic surgery in Northwest Iowa, surgeons provided robotic surgeries for orthopedic, gynecological, and general surgical procedures such as hip and knee replacement, hysterectomies, colon resections, gallbladder removal, hernia repairs, and more. So when you need surgery, look to the only area hospital with comprehensive robotic surgery. Look to Lakes Regional Healthcare in Spirit Lake.
Talking now on the pregame show with Nick Pluger, head football coach of the Okoboji Pioneers. Coach, thank you for your time.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for the coverage.
Well, without a doubt, Coach, it's been an interesting 24 hours for you trying to get your Week 4 matchup situated. Now, just kind of take us through what happened from your perspective trying to find a new opponent for tonight.
Yeah, like you said, definitely a unique situation. Started practice yesterday. I could just tell from the kids there's a lot of really good energy, so I was really looking forward to a good, crisp practice on a Thursday. And then I see our AD, Justin Baus, start walking up towards me, and you can just tell that, something is weighing on his mind. So at that moment, you already kind of know, like, uh-oh, like, what is this? And yeah, unfortunately, Cherokee had to cancel due to COVID-19, which is really, really unfortunate for those kids. We feel for them not being able to get their games in. So, to have to tell the players that they might not have their homecoming game was definitely one of the hardest things I've had to face as a coach. Had to hold back tears. A lot of our seniors fighting back tears themselves, but quickly we said, hey, stay positive. Like we're working on finding a replacement. I mean, Justin Baus is an incredible AD for a lot of reasons, but he was just diligently working, scrambling, doing anything he can to find a team to play in. Unfortunately, Woodbury Central, despite have already played 3 road games, agreed to come up to Okoboji for our homecoming. So really grateful for Woodbury Central. Again, awesome opportunity for us to get a game in, and good opportunity for them as well. So, without them, we want to have a game tonight.
Well, you said it very well there, Coach, and it's got to be very tough trying to completely change your game plan from Cherokee, who all week I'm sure you were getting prepared for. Now you're set to square off against Woodbury Central. Now tell me what you know about the Wildcats and what the new game plan is for tonight.
Yeah, again, definitely a unique situation, but we're both in the same boat, so we'll just have to adjust really, really well during the game. I would say it's a little bit advantageous to our offense because it's so unique. It takes a lot of time to prepare for the single wing offense, and they run a spread offense, and that's something that we've seen already a couple times this year, and it's definitely the most popular offense used in high schools right now. So I feel like we have an advantage that we've already seen offenses like this, but they do a really good job with their jet fly motions and their sweeps. When they run the ball, they really want to get it to the edge. They have some good athletic receivers that block really well too. And then when they're passing, they look to get it to number 6 quite a bit. He's a good slippery athlete, so they definitely look to hit you deep on the vertical routes. And then defensively, they're tough, they're sound. Number 59, he's just a tough little badger. He plays with extremely low pad level, fires out really well. So he'll be a difficult matchup as far as blocking schemes. And their starting linebacker, number 57, is like your picture-perfect linebacker, good-sized kid, blitzes well, reads the line well, plays physical football.
And, well, without a doubt there, like you said, there should be some very good matchups tonight. But, Coach, ultimately you were able to salvage the homecoming game for your team and the Okoboji school and community. So what does tonight's game mean for you and your players?
Our players are just always grateful for the opportunity to play. That was a conversation that we had last night when we told them that we for sure won't be playing Cherokee. And I said, boys, like, if it comes to it, are you willing to travel? Like, would you be willing to give up your homecoming to have a game? And without hesitation, they all said yes, like, we want to play. So, it's really easy from our coaching point of view. If the kids are really that motivated to play, then it's fun for us. It doesn't matter who the matchup is, whether we're home or away. Our kids want to play. So, that's what we're here for, and that's what we're going to do. We're lucky we get the opportunity tonight.
Well, without a doubt, we're very excited to be covering your homecoming game, especially after the things that transpired within the past 24 hours. But, Coach, we're hoping to see the boys fired up tonight, and we're hoping for a great contest between Okoboji and Woodbury Central. Talking with head coach Nick Pluger of the Okoboji High School football team. Coach, thank you very much for your time, and best of luck tonight.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you much. Appreciate it.
Northwest Bank is top-notch. You may be a one-time customer, you may be a lifetime customer, but they're always going to look out for you and take care of you.
Northwest Bank has the ability to help you do what you need to have done with your mortgage.
To me, probably the number one thing is their ability to get the job done.
Easy to work with, explain things very well, people that you trust and people that you see every day. That type of skill and knowledge sitting behind that desk when you're coming to sign those papers is very important.
I've always trusted Northwest Bank, and I definitely trust them with the biggest purchase we've ever made.
I was going to say, or I could just take it.
It's a Q102 as both teams make their way out onto the field. Okoboji kicking off from right to left to Woodbury Central, the away team tonight. And Tim, take it away.
Hey, you pay me to color, let me color. Okoboji wearing the maroon jersey is maroon head to toe. Going right to left, like Mitch said, Woodbury left to right from our point of view. And Woodbury Central in the white jerseys with blue numbers and blue paw print on their helmet. They are the Wildcats. They get one man deep to return this kickoff, and we're over in the visitors' press box tonight. Okoboji and Woodbury Central about to get started here. Woodbury Central 2-1, Okoboji 1-2. Okoboji in Class 2A, Woodbury Central Class A. Okoboji walking back in. We're just about to get this one kicked off. Austin Harms lines it up for Okoboji. It'll be right to left on your radio dial. I'll get the boom and turn it over to Mitch for the play-by-play. Here we go, and boom!
And thank you, Tim, and we are underway. A nice kick from Austin Harms, and this one fielded at about the 10, bringing it up the seam. Number 3 doing a spin move, Bo Klingensmith, and he's still on his feet as he cuts around and finally falls down at the will of his own feet at the 25-yard line, but a penalty flag thrown well before that play ended, and we have holding early on Woodbury Central.
He got up to the 25. He tried to spin around. He was avoiding tackles and breaking tackles very nicely up to that point. And when he tried to spin around, just lost his balance and flopped to the ground. But with that holding call, it wouldn't have factored much anyway on how far he got.
So Woodbury Central is going to be setting up, I got to think, right around, got to be the 15-yard line, a 10-yard penalty. And they're going to be led out by quarterback Jace Manker. 5 total touchdowns for him. Around the starting lineup we go. 1 tailback for Max McGill, a sophomore. 4 wide receivers set, led by Caleb Blyle, Carter Blyle, Bo Klingensmith, and Kane Schmidt. Across the line from left to right we have Gage Heisel, John Grotkin, Ty Dennison, Warren Smith, and Carter Plone.
For the defense, Okoboji has Josh Seals on the line, Cody Wentz, Sam Poss, and Matt Olson. That's your front line. Get to more of them here as the play is underway.
On 1st and 10, it's a jet sweep as Klingensmith has the carry, and great blocking up the field down the near side, and he will gain 5 yards up to the 25-yard line on a nice pickup there.
Logan Heller in on that tackle. Linebackers for Okoboji, Caden LaRue, Austin Harms, Dawson Goki. Cornerbacks, Jesse Bachman and Braden Roberts. Logan Heller and Jaden Heller.
So he's already back.
Or the safety, sorry.
Very good. He's already back to where he was originally tackled on the kickoff. And back in the pistol formation, trips to the left, and they'll hand off right up the middle to Max McGill. And he doesn't get much, but he easily picks up the first down, just falling past the marker now, Tim. This is a pretty solid Class A team we're seeing for Woodbury Central. They have 2 victories on the year and 1 loss to a very solid ranked opponent against Unity Christian back in week 2. But again, just couldn't thank them enough for making the trip here tonight.
And a lot of it is expected from them this year. They made it to the semifinals last year. First time back in state since in 39 years for them. So hoping for another good year this year.
4 wide receivers, trips to the near side. They go right back to McGill up the middle, and he cuts past the defensive lineman before being brought down by Logan Heller. But another nice run from typically a passing offense here in Woodbury Central, and on that second straight carry, McGill picks up 7. Looking at 2nd and 3 here, ball spotted up at the 34-yard line for Woodbury Central. They're moving quickly, and for Okoboji, we know trying to rely on tenacity, but facing the spread offense, you got to do your jobs, know your assignments, and execute here on homecoming night. And now the snap to go right back to McGill. He has a beautiful hole to work with as he stumbles, but he continues to fight for yardage all the way up to Woodbury Central's 49-yard line, and that's got to be a pickup of 14 on 2nd and short. Another first down for Woodbury Central.
He got tripped up, but is able to put his hand down, keep his balance, and just keep kind of stumbling forward and picking up extra yards. Gets him almost to midfield at the 48.
And Max McGill getting off to a great start on this opening drive for the Wildcats. As McGill, 99 yards on 39 carries, another jet sweep here. They go play action to him. McGill gets hit early and dropped in the backfield. Big tackle for loss for Cody Wentz, the D tackle.
Nice job for Cody getting upfield right away and stopping that one. I think probably getting tired of watching these runners get by him.
And that was just a great step and rip right into your gap as Wentz got underneath his guard there. And this is a pretty good size line for Woodbury Central. One noticeable player, Warren Smith, 6'4", 290 pounds. Another one of their biggest impact players is Gage Heisel from the pistol. And it's a quick pass to the left side and caught and running up the field. That is number 15. Get that number here. That's a substitution, I believe. That's Dallas Clunder. A nice pickup on 2nd down of about 7 yards through the air, and a nice quick pass from Manker.
Just a screen pass to the far side. Good block. He picked up downfield, but it still brings us up 3rd down. It's be 3rd and 3 from the Okoboji 45.
And a big 3rd down here for this Okoboji defense, looking to make a stand on the opening drive on homecoming night. This beautiful evening. You could also watch the game at exploreokoboji.com. And we're in the shotgun. Manker looks for another quick pass, and he swings it out to Klingensmith. And he has great blocking up the field. Will cut it back and dance around all the way up to the 25 before finally being tackled out of bounds. The D-tackle, Wentz, chased him down. But after a huge gain all the way to the 22-yard line, a pickup of 23.
Klingensmith got down the field, had the blocking, and then he just kind of danced around. It didn't seem like any of the Okoboji defensive players wanted to hit. They wanted to do a little dance with them too. And finally, Wentz comes up and says, nah, that's enough dancing. Let's play football, and was able to pull him down.
And very good for Wentz to get the field so fast, but it's 1st and 10. Woodbury Central just outside the red zone at the 23. Manker receives the snap from the shotgun. They'll go right back to Max McGill. He follows his blockers, receives a nice tackle that time from number, looks to be 58 for Okoboji.
I don't have 58 on my roster.
I'm not sure if I do either.
We'll call him good tackle by Kieran out there.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate it. It's been a few years since I was a D tackle as well. Maybe that was I don't see a 50 either. Got to be a fresh jersey. Oh, perhaps that's 60 for Sam Poss. perhaps. But we're going to move right along here. It's 2nd and 3 after another pickup of 7 from McGill. Woodbury Central move up the field quickly. They go right back to McGill. He's wrapped up early by Dawson Goki. And then the Pioneers start to swarm the ball carrier, allowing him just to about a few yards on 2nd and short. And they didn't get the first down. It's going to be 3rd down coming up for Woodbury Central.
Pioneers giving up a few short runs, but it seems like Woodbury Central is able to break one here or there on every set of downs and able to pick up that first down and see if the Pioneer defense can hold here. Back on their own 15 on their heels.
3rd and 2 here. Ball spotted the 15 for Okoboji. And the Wildcat offense led by Mankers. He drops back to pass, surveys, throws over the middle, and right through the fingertips of number 14, Kane Schmidt. That would have been a touchdown on a slant route, but no dice. It's 4th down coming up.
He had him. He was open. Just missed him on that pass. See if they go for it here. I'm thinking they're going to. It looks like the offense is in there still.
And that unit will stay on the field. 4th and 2. They've been relying on the run and simple pass plays so far to get them this far up the field.
3 receivers to the far side and only 2 defenders out there. We'll see what happens.
4th and 2 from the 15. They go back to McGill up the middle. He'll get the first down as he gets inside the 10 and down to the 5. Finally brought down from behind. And Max McGill putting the team on his back, as well as a few Pioneer tacklers for a gain of 10.
I'll have to pay attention to that one, see if they set 3 out again, see if the Woodbury Central coaches caught that. They send them out 3 again to the far side and only 2 defenders out there. They're not going to let them come to the middle.
They need 5 yards for the first score. 1st and goal for the Wildcats. They go right back to McGill, and Goki wraps him up early, and Wentz gets in there as well. And that time, great pursuit along the line of scrimmage to hold them now 2nd and goal.
And Dawson did a great job getting in there, but he hit the ball carrier up high. Good thing for him, Wentz came in and helped finish him off.
Yeah, it looks like he was falling off at the end of that play, but good angle pursuit for those Pioneer tacklers. It looks like it might actually be a loss of 3 on the play. 2nd and goal now from the 8 for Woodbury Central. Back in the shotgun. 2 wide receivers on both sides. Man in motion. They're going to hand this one off to Caleb Blyle. Follows his blockers, and he will get inside. That is number 3, Bo Klingensmith, to the pylon for the Woodbury Central touchdown.
Klingensmith and McGill moving the ball for the Wildcats, but it's a good block on the outside by Kane Schmidt. The wide receiver was sealing that corner and able to Klingensmith to run that one in, and it's a 6-0 lead. They'll go for the 1 point, extra point here.
They shave over 6 minutes off the clock at the 5:48 mark, 8 yards out for Bo Klingensmith. Trying to tack on the PAT here. The kick is up, a nice line drive, and it splits the uprights good. So PAT made by Henry Monk, and that now brings it to 7-0 on the first drive, capped off with a Woodbury Central touchdown as they lead Okoboji. Looking to answer right back coming up in 60 seconds on Q102 and ExploreOkoboji.com.
Imagine a surgery with less pain, where it's minimally invasive. You have a faster recovery and you receive better results. At Lakes Regional Healthcare, the only hospital with comprehensive robotic surgery in Northwest Iowa, surgeons provided robotic surgeries for orthopedic, gynecological, and general surgical procedures such as hip and knee replacement, hysterectomies, colon resections, gallbladder removal, hernia repairs, and more. So when you need surgery, look to the only area hospital with comprehensive robotic surgery. Look to Lakes Regional Healthcare in Spirit Lake.
At United Community Bank, we're actively engaged in developing, strengthening, and energizing our communities by investing in people and their hopes and dreams for the future. Let us go to work for you, supporting your goals and helping you succeed. We look forward to being a part of your financial future. United Community Bank, with locations in Milford, Okoboji, Hartley, Ocheyedan, and Lake Park. Member FDIC.
United Community Bank, dedicated to your financial success.
Broadcasting live on the video stream at ExploreOkoboji.com. Big thanks to Tim Soper for manning the camera and the wonderful presentation that you are watching if you are watching this game, as well as big thanks to Mary Trainer back in the studio on behalf of me. My good friend Tim Peterson, still your Q102 football team for this season, and hey, nobody else to be calling these games, but right now we got 5:48 on the clock. It's 7-0. Woodbury Central shaves over 6 minutes on the opening drive.
So it means if you're able to watch the game, you can watch it on your Roku as well then.
Absolutely.
Just got to download the CF channel. Well, Woodbury Central with a 7-0 lead. They'll be kicking off left to right. And boy, look at the size of this kicker. Is that Smith kicking? He's a big boy. Here we go.
And a nice kick end over end all the way down, received by Logan Held around the 15-yard line. He's going to run this one horizontally, try to get to the edge, but at least he's up past the 30 for finally being brought down near the Okoboji sideline at around the 33-yard line. Let's meet that starting offense coming out for Okoboji. At quarterback, a senior Dawson Goki. They have 3 running backs in the backfield with Austin Harms, Austin Simpson, and a fullback, Cody Wentz. A tight end in Matt Olson, a junior and a senior split end for Braden Robards. The offensive line goes Sam Potts, Christian Gonzalez, Logan Dunnell, and Josh Seals and Sam Jorgensen. First play, it's going to be a keeper for Goki as he's wrapped up at around a line of scrimmage. Looks to be no gain on the play, looking at 2nd and 10.
The kicker for the Wildcats was John Grotkin, and he's 6'2", 270. Got some big boys in this Wildcat squad.
Without a doubt there, as looking at the size and good amount of respect shown in the pregame interview from Coach Pluger. So Okoboji knows what they're in for, and got to follow their blockers as well here. The second play goes on a handoff to Austin Simpson, and he'll cut this one up for a few yards on 2nd down, up to around the 35-yard line. Inching their way forward, about a pickup of 2. Now looking at 3rd and about 8 from the 35.
Third down brought to you by Northwest Bank Consumers Lumber Company and MHR Insurance.
Pioneers trying to answer back to a 7-0 deficit as Wildcats score on the first drive of the game. We got 4:40 on the clock. 3rd and 8. And Simpson takes the snap. He'll follow his blockers to the far side of the field up to about the 40 and finally tackled right around there as well. He's going to be short of the marker, but looking at 4th and short, but still at your own 40-yard line for Okoboji.
Decision time for the Pioneers.
And
I'm guessing they'll punt, but you never know. It looks like the punt unit's coming on.
Even if this is still about a pickup of close to 4 yards, so 4th and 4. And back down to your own 39-yard line. Still a good decision to punt. At least try to challenge them to drive the field once again. They scored from 85 yards on a 6-minute drive as plays me whistled dead, a flag at the line of scrimmage, and a false start on Okoboji. On 4th and 5, so now they'll just punt from that much deeper in their own territory down to right about their own 35.
If you thought we're thinking about maybe trying to trick players doing something, that's off the table now.
Yeah, back to the original line of scrimmage. 4th and 10. The punt, this one's a nice one. Kicked by Braden Robards and fielded at about the 24. And Klingensmith once again, and he's got a nice run all the way back to the 44 for Woodbury Central as ran some banana routes out there, but was able to cut on some Pioneer defenders. It's going to be 1st and 10 Woodbury Central ball from their own 44.
Almost looked to me like the Gunners for the Pioneers maybe over pursued a little bit on that one. Nice high kick, but the Gunners still had to hustle down that field and looked like maybe they overran, which allowed the returner to get upfield.
Yeah, good hustle, but obviously you got to start to chop those steps, set your feet, and wrap up. And so far for Okoboji, that's one part they can make some adjustments on this drive. Back in the spread formation, Klingensmith in motion. They'll go right back to him on the handoff on 1st and 10. He's to the near sideline, and he is hit nice and hard at the 45-yard line, right as a penalty flag gets thrown on the tackle by Robards.
Goki in on that too, boy. They gobbled him up hard. Maybe
good contact.
1 yard. Give him a yard.
Just about, and they're going to march Okoboji 5 yards on that play. Do you think maybe leading with the helmet perhaps? Oh, face mask is the call, but incidental only.
Incidental, yeah.
Yeah, 5-yard penalty. So looking, would have originally been about 2nd and 9. Now we're looking at a 2nd and 4.
3:45 to go, 7-0. Woodbury Central leading Okoboji. They got the football left to right. Here they go.
3 wide receivers set out to the left side as Mankin hands this one back off to McGill, and he had a fantastic drive on the opening one as he tried to trips up over Warren Smith, the left guard, but he still falls forward for another 1st down for the Wildcats up to Okoboji's 44.
Nice job of that offensive line. opening up those gaps and giving him room to run. He's picking up positive yards and multiple yards in almost every run.
He's going to be up over the century mark if they can't find a way to slow him down sooner than later. 1st and 10, Woodbury Central at the 44 of Okoboji, and a quick slant pass inwards to Klingensmith, and this is a nice pickup all the way down to the 30. That's a 14-yard pass from Mankin to Klingensmith, and he is already at 37 yards on 2 catches.
He got that and turned upfield, and he saw a defender right then, and he puts his head down and kind of bounced back after he smacked into the defender. That's the other way around. It'd be a penalty.
Another first down for Woodbury Central. 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line. Clock ticks under 3 minutes here in the first quarter. 4 wide receivers set. Mankin goes play action and an out route. This one caught by Blyle, and he cuts up to the sideline before finally being wrapped up and brought down by Jaden Heller. Number 6, the slot receiver, Carter Blyle, with a nice pickup and another first down.
Austin Simpson had a chance to knock him down but couldn't hang on. Would have kept him with a very short gain.
And he gets enough for the first at 14 yards and then some. Woodbury Central back inside the red zone on 2 straight drives here late in the first quarter. 2 minutes and around 22 seconds. Lone wide receiver here is Kane Schmidt. 3 out to the far side. Mankin looks to pass, pump fakes, and he's going to go to the corner of the end zone, and this one is intercepted by Okoboji. Number 2, Jesse Bachman.
Bachman read that perfectly, and it almost looked like the pass is to him. Bachman just playing basically a zone back there, dropped back in the corner. That ball did not get thrown deep enough for the receiver. Bachman jumped up and swiped it right in front of the Woodbury receiver. It'll be a touchback, Okoboji football, and a big, big turnover for Woodbury Central. Nice one for Okoboji.
Absolutely. Hopefully that'll turn the tide a little bit, create a rhythm for Okoboji, as that got a nice reaction from a great turnout here in homecoming. This is just, without a doubt, a fantastic atmosphere.
That was a beautiful looking pick, too.
Absolutely. He just reached right up over the shoulders, but obviously facing the football, fell into it, and yeah, you said it, just a really nice pick there from Bachman. Okoboji comes back out on offense. 1st and 10 from the 20. Man in motion, it's Heller, and he's going to get it on a sweep. Cuts it up before being wrapped up early, and he's going to be dropped for a loss of a yard.
Trying to stretch it out along that line of scrimmage. Nowhere to turn upfield.
I think a Wildcat was able to get in the hole nicely there. Blow that play up on a jet sweep again. You'd have to think Okoboji would have a slight advantage on the offensive side, as you really got to prepare for this, one winger backfield. When you have 4 people in the backfield, Dawson Goki, a little bit more of a spinner back as he spins around. You don't know where he's going to hand off the ball or keep it. And definitely a new system implemented this year by Nick Pluger. 2nd and a long 10. This time, Goki's going to hand off to Austin Simpson. Tries to cut it up and finally bumped around and brought down close to the original line of scrimmage. They're going to give him a yard, and they're back to 3rd and 10 for Okoboji.
Thanks to United Community Bank, State Farm Insurance agent Scott Troutman, and Iowa Lakes Electric Co-op for sponsoring high school sports here on Q102.
So we've seen a lot of runs so far from both teams in this first quarter. We're already down to about 50 seconds. It's still Woodbury Central 7, Okoboji nothing. Good job for Okoboji getting that interception by Jesse Bachman. Now they're just trying to capitalize on 3rd and 10. Goki's going to roll out to his right, looking to pass. Throws down the field, and he's going to give it right back. This one's picked off by a number 22, and he's following his blockers. That's Kyan Schultzen, and finally tackled out of bounds at around the 5-yard line. But again, really tough play to give it right back to Woodbury Central, as both teams now trade off interceptions.
Schultzen just dropping back in coverage, reading Goki's eyes, and that ball was underthrown. It didn't have the height on it that he needed to, and Schultzen able to jump up and snatch that out of the air. He was 10 yards from any other defender, so got to get a little more loft into that ball for Goki.
Yeah, he was in that zone in the flats out to the far side of the field, and Goki just ran right in his alley, and you said it, he just picked it off. Reading the eyes, the body language, and it looked like it was just thrown right in his wheelhouse. Man in motion. Mankin he's going to hand this one off to McGill, but plays whistle dead on arrival. And a false start called on Woodbury Central.
Probably a break for them because quarterback caught that snap and bobbled it.
You got to wonder if maybe now first down. It's going to be first and goal still from the 10. Mankin might have a little more room to throw, but after the interception, you'd have to think, and with how well they've been running the ball, they're just going to try to punch this one in on the ground. But Okoboji looking for another strong defensive stand. Need to make a play here. 4 wide receivers set for Woodbury Central. As it's Blyle back in motion, they'll go handoff to McGill. Right back up the middle and nowhere to go. Wrapped up and brought down by number 26, Austin Harms. Good pursuit from the linebacker.
See if the defense can stand tall again, and also see if the Wildcats are going to be a little gun shy to throw the football this time deep in the Okoboji zone. They're going to just go ahead and let the clock run out and end the first quarter, though.
As the final ticks come off the clock, we've reached the end of 1 quarter of play from Milford, Iowa, in Week 4 of Iowa High School football. At the end of the first, it is Woodbury Central leading Okoboji 7-0, as we'll be back in 1 minute on Q102 and explore Okoboji.com.
Today's banking is about so much more than numbers. It's about people. It's about community. It's about the next generation. Banking is personal. That's what we believe. And that's why we'll always put you first. Northwest Bank. Commitment you can bank on.
At Iowa Lakes Electric Cooperative, we are member-owned. That means everyone who gets their power from Iowa Lakes is also an owner. That's the cooperative difference.
The power is yours at your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
She shoots, she scores! Touchdown Pioneers. Wow, what a thrill. Hey Pioneer fans, this is Kurt Karstens with Karstens Financial Group in Arnolds Park. And no matter the season, I want to wish all of our athletes and coaches the best of luck for a fun, healthy season. Go Pioneers!
We're coming to you live from Milford. As at the start of quarter number 2, it's Woodbury Central football. 2nd and goal from the Okoboji 7. As it's they lead 7-0, trying to add to this lead. From the shotgun formation, Mankin hands off to McGill up the middle, fighting for yardage, and he's going to fall just about a yard short of the goal line. Nice wrap-up tackle, but McGill fights for a gain of 6.
Just barely hanging on with Sanford.
And good job to hold him there, and now another gutsy play here from the Okoboji defense. 3rd and goal from the 1.
See if the Pioneer defense can rise up again.
They're in the shotgun, 4 wide receivers set. A quick handoff to McGill as he falls over the line,
Stuffed.
but he has nowhere to go. They try to run him up the A-gap between the center and guard and just nowhere to go. Cody Wentz making another big tackle there, as well as Austin Simpson got in on the play.
Great job by that defense. Now see if they can do it for another play. I'm guessing they're going to go for it on 4th and 1. 4th and goal from the 1, I should say. No, lost a yard on that. 4th and goal from the 2.
You hear the bell tolls from the PA here, and the crowd roar. It's 4th and goal from the 2. Gut check time for this Okoboji defense. Woodbury Central. Mankin from the shotgun and plays whistle dead. And offsides against Okoboji. They were just over that line.
Okay, well, 4th and 1 now from the 1. 4th and goal from the 1.
Yeah, they're still going to have to earn it here. Hi again, everybody. You're joining Tim Peterson and Mitch Kieran on the call here on Q102. Tim Soper also manning the camera and broadcast if you're viewing this game at exploreokoboji.com. Big thanks to Mary back in Master Control. Clock ticks under 11 minutes. We're just at the start of quarter number 2. 4th and goal from the 1. Woodbury Central still leading Okoboji 7-0.
And both crowds rising up on a big 4th and 1 here early in this football game.
They break the huddle quickly, and it's a quick quarterback keeper right back up the middle. And it looks like he is in. Jace Mankin went right under center for that one and punched it in on a quarterback sneak.
He walked up. He had the shotgun, and then he walked up to the line like he was going to say something, and It was a designed play. Took the quick snap and right up the gut he went.
Smart play call. Seen that work for the likes of Nate Stanley, if you remember that name, from Iowa, now a Minnesota Viking. But it's 10:19 on the clock. PAT is blocked, and plays whistle dead. So as the kick gets blocked by the kicker, Henry Monk, scoreboard reads Woodbury Central 13, Okoboji 0 at 10:19 left in the first half. And we'll go ahead and return in 30 seconds on Q102 and exploreokoboji.com.
This is Scott Troutman with State Farm and Spirit Lake. All across the country, drivers are reaping the rewards of safer driving with the updated Drive Safe and Save app, where you can earn a discount of up to 30%. Call Scott Troutman State Farm at 336-2499.
The Hut Bar and Grill in Arnold Park is open for lunch and dinner 7 days a week, and breakfast is served Saturdays and Sundays starting at 8 a.m. So if you're looking for fantastic food served up hot, fresh, and delicious, and service that gets you in and on your way, head to the Hut in Arnold Park.
Welcome back to Milford as we're broadcasting live tonight on Q102. It's 13-0 after the quarterback keeper from 2 yards out on 4th and goal, Jace Manker. Gotta correct me on that name again, Jace Manker. Punching it in on the quarterback sneak, making it 13-0 after the blocked PAT.
I'll see if Okoboji can get some ball control here. It's been all Woodbury Central as they kick off right to left.
Grotkin kicks this one back to about the 16. Logan Heller going to try to run this one to the near sideline, cuts it up, and he's brought down right around the 31-yard line. Nice wrap-up tackle that time. Number 16, Aiden O'Mara.
Design run return to the right, but didn't manage too many yards. The clock has been lopsided. The field has been leaning. Okoboji has been on defense a lot here so far tonight.
Yeah, they control the possession of that ball has been all Woodbury Central so far. Okoboji going 3 and out on their first offensive drive and coming off an interception on Goki's first passing attempt here. So the Pioneers needing to get the ball moving upfield here on offense. In the shotgun, Goki's going to receive the snap. He's going to follow his blockers straight left and brought down close to around the 33-yard line. They're going to give him just about a gain of 1. Near the end of the first quarter on KUOO. Tie ball game at 7 from Spirit Lake and Esterville Lincoln Central. That game heard on KUOO and on Y100. 7-0 Emmitsburg leads Sioux Central after 1 quarter play. And back here, 9:44 on the clock and ticking. Left in the first half, it's still 13-0 Woodbury Central on Okoboji's homecoming game. Still very thankful to be broadcasting this game here tonight. Goki on the spin will keep it himself up the middle. Penalty flag thrown, but after a nice pickup close to about the 40. You gotta think this one's coming back.
Thrown in the secondary. But that's about where the play ended up. It is a hold, and it's against Okoboji again. That'll march him back.
And unfortunately, that would have been a nice pickup of 5, made it a 3rd and manageable 3 yards. Yeah, loss of a down here. 10-yard penalty looking at 2nd and 18. And they're backed up all the way to their own 24-yard line.
Now the sun's gone pretty much down here. The lights are on. Wind is not blowing whatsoever. Very lightly at most. Beautiful evening.
Yeah, we got temperatures hovering the lower 60s. A great turnout, and
should see some beautiful stars this evening.
Oh, absolutely.
Clear sky.
Crowned homecoming queen Emma Larson, as well as King Caleb Miller. 9 minutes on the clock. Goki looks to pass on 2nd and long, and they go to the screen. He zips this one to Cody Wentz, and he just gets walloped close to the 21-yard line. The screen pass goes for about a gain of -2.
Had 5 Wildcats out there in on that tackle. Great group tackling.
Yeah, Woodbury Central looking very sharp out of the gates here, and looked to be a passing-heavy team on paper stats-wise, Tim, and yet that spread offense, but Okoboji struggling to slow down their run game so far.
And you know, you see a few runs work well for Woodbury Central. It's like, why even try to pass? Let's just keep running the football. It's working out well for us.
Yeah, credit that line on both sides of the ball. They are very big, and they can execute on their assignments. 3rd and 19. Goki looks to pass under pressure, and he is going to spin away from some defenders, try to get back past the 20. He will to about the line of scrimmage, and that play just blown up right after the snap.
Ugly from the get-go. Goki was in trouble and able to shake a couple defenders just to get free. Otherwise, it would have been a huge, big loss. Gets back to the original line back to the line of scrimmage there, and that's it. 4th and 18, left to right.
And this play's whistled dead. 4th and 18. Try to go to punt here, and it's going to be an Okoboji penalty on a false start. And once again, they can't get anything going on offense. They're going to be punting back from inside their own 10. Ball spotted at the 18, but kicker Robards are really going to need to give this one a charge.
Return man is sitting at his own 48.
High snap. He's going to have to run away from
He's got
this
room.
one, but he's up the far side of the field, up past the 30, and he's going to fall. Looks like just shy all the way up to nearly the 42-yard line.
That was a high snap, and when he came down with it, he thought, oh, boy, I'm in trouble.
Wow.
But he ran it to the far side of the field, and he had a lot of room on that far side of the field as he took off with it. But as he was being tackled, he put his hand down to try to pick up. He needed 2 more yards, and he just couldn't lunge far enough as he was being tripped up. So they end up marking it down at the 40. Works almost as same as the punt. If the punt would have been returned 12 yards from where the returner set up, it would be about the same. But Woodbury Central will take over at the Okoboji 40, leading 13-0, 7:17 to go, second quarter.
Another good setup for Woodbury Central. Mankin looking to pass. It's an out route and dropped right off the fingertips by number 3, Bo Klingensmith.
Been a reliable receiver and playmaker here so far tonight, but just couldn't hang on to that one.
Looking at 2nd and 10 following the incompletion. Don't forget to stick around for our halftime show. We'll have a halftime report from Scott Nolte. He also met up with Okoboji cross-country coach. All that and more coming up in about 7 minutes. 7:13 on the clock, still 13-0 for Woodbury Central. Manker, the quarterback, making a nice swing pass here, and once again, a ball, this time bobbled in, almost right into the hands of an Okoboji defender. This time they try to go to Carter Blyle.
Those are dangerous, too, because it's basically a screen pass, and if it's thrown behind a little bit and he bobbles it and drops it, that's a live football.
So already 2 incomplete passes to start off this drive for Woodbury Central with a 13-0 lead at their backs. And Manker throwing 2 solid passes that time. Just his slot receivers just couldn't put it together. 3rd and 10. Manker still drops back to pass. He fires downfield, down the middle of the field, and overthrows his man Klingensmith. He had a beat on his defender, but just a touch too hard, and 3 straight incompletions in Woodbury Central. They're going to go 3 and out.
Just going to the same receiver 3 times in a row. And Klingensmith, like you said, overthrew him there by about 3-4 yards after he had his defender beat by probably around 5 yards. So it'll be a punt now. First time Woodbury Central's gone 3 and out.
All right, that time it worked out in Okoboji's favor. They didn't have to do much on it. Here's the kick. That's going to be a fair catch, and there's not going to field it as it bounces back into the end zone. Jaden Heller lets it go for a touchback. Okoboji football from their own 20-yard line, 1st and 10.
Good decision. He was about his 5-yard line, waved for the fair catch, but that was just throw the defenders off. You're inside, back in your own end like that. Just don't field it. Let it hope to bounce into that end zone, and that's exactly what happened.
So after a swift first quarter, this one slows down after those incomplete passes. 6:57 on the clock, and the Okoboji offense still trying to get the ball rolling here. 1st and 10 from their own 20. Break the huddle here. Goki or Simpson away in the snap. It's going to Goki. Spins around, hands this one off to Austin Harms. He'll fight for positive yardage, but not getting much. Just about a close to about a 3-yard gain. 2nd and 7 coming up.
Thanks to Lakes News Shopper and Heartland Paint, Glass, and Locksmithing for sponsoring high school sports here on Q102.
And speaking of sports on Q102, other matchups within our area teams we also cover. Harris Lake Park at Gretchen-Chotero Ruth Van Ayrshire for 8-man football, and Hartley and Sanborn at Galen Catholic tonight. And a snap. Simpson's going to run this one on a direct snap. Sweep to the far side. He gets to the sideline, but not going to pick up much as he gets tackled out of bounds. Close to about the 25, and as they're going to give him about a couple, looking like a 3rd and 5.
Pioneers keep trying to run it to the outside to stay away from those big hosses in the middle of that defensive line for Woodbury Central. And the D-backs and everybody, linebackers doing a good job getting out there and preventing any kind of decent runs for the Pioneers.
Yeah, they really got to find a way to get containment to allow Okoboji to set something up on the ground. 3rd and 5. Big play call coming up here. Goki spins around, and this one's going to be a handoff early to Cody Wentz, and not a bad pickup. Looks like he falls forward for a first down. Got just enough for about a gain of 5.
They run outside enough. The defense starts leaning that way here. That quick give worked out for the Pioneers.
And an update on that 8-man matchup. Harris Lake Park leads GTRA 14-0 after one quarter play. Good to see the Wolves starting to get back to their winning ways following a 21-0 victory last week against Kingsley Pearson. I believe will be their call next week, if I'm not mistaken. 1st and 10 from the 30. And Goki's going to hand this one off to Harms coming around on a sweep. And he picks up some positive yardage. Yeah, but not much. Maybe about a gain of 2. Look at that 2nd and 8.
And next Friday night we'll have Harris Lake Park at West Bend Mallard.
Be sure to tune into that one on Q102. Kickoff at 7. Right now it's about 5:15 left in the first half. Okoboji chipping away at this Woodbury Central defense. 2nd and 8 from the 32. And it's going to be a handoff to Simpson. Tries to cut this one back up the middle. He'll get right about close to the 35. Pickup of about 3.
Clock down under 5 minutes. 4:52 and counting. Pioneers still trailing by 13. Starting to feel a little momentum going their way, though. They shut Woodbury Central down on a 3-and-out. Now they've picked up a few yards here offensively. Starting to move the football a little bit and keep possession. They just got to keep it going. Try to get a score here before half. Be tough. 3rd down here as they come out of the huddle. 3rd and 5.
Both teams still have all 3 timeouts as this game just continues to move right along. 4:25 on the clock. From 3rd and 5, Goki hands it off to Simpson, and he just has nowhere to go. Actually, might be Harms, as they were just running side by side, and there was about 5 white and blue jerseys in the backfield. Just nowhere to go, and they lose 6.
Good defensive play called. Gus Wright. I almost think, boy, if Goki would have held on to that, he could have picked up a few, but the decision had already been made.
Yeah.
And that play got blown up early.
Yeah, they have just been really breaking that containment early and often in a lot of these plays, not allowing Okoboji to pick up much at all on the ground. It's 4th and 12. Robards back to punt once again to Klingensmith. Another penalty flag. Looks like a man took off early on a gunner, as this one is going to, they're just going to let it bounce right around the 41. And again, another Okoboji Pioneer penalty on special teams. Gunner took off early.
That was a very nice punt and no return, but have to just bring it all the way back and do it again.
Yeah, without doubt, a good punt from Robards.
Good snap on that one as well.
Yeah, still a great turnout for the Okoboji community here in Milford, as you see them right alongside the fence.
And the giveaway tonight. That was kind of fantastic.
Yes, we do. With the mask with the brand, with the sharp Pioneer logos on them.
It could be worn as a hat. It's like what do they have, a neck piece, like a turtleneck, but extended, so you can wear it as a mask. You can wear it as a hat, however you'd like to.
Yeah, that is
arm warmers.
Very nice, and they were for free. All right, still they're going to try to punt once again. They're finally marching them back.
I like how you had it on earlier. Just you put it over your whole face. I like it like that.
Yeah, it would have muffled the voice. I'm sure those tuning at home would have really appreciated.
No, I just like it. Then I didn't have to look at you.
Oh yeah, with the maroon, it was perfect. Robart's going to be kicking this one from inside his own 5. And a nice end over end. It's going to be back and bouncing past midfield. This time, Blyle's going to let it bounce once again, roll all the way to Woodbury Central's own 39-yard line. They have 3 minutes, 13 seconds on the clock and a full set of timeouts to try to drive this one 61 yards down the field. They still lead Okoboji 13-0, 1st and 10 for the Wildcats.
Unofficially 46 yards in that punt.
Another good punt from Robards, just going back-to-back plays there. Smith runs to the sideline. At his own will, looks to be all right. They come out in the spread once again. 2 wide receivers on either side of the field. McGill in the backfield. And Carter Blyle is going to receive the handoff on a jet sweep. A nice kick-out block as he cuts this one up the field and dragged down by the collar of his jersey by Goki. Nice tackle to hold him just to a short gain.
Goki got a hold of that jersey and just wouldn't let go and had the strength enough to pull him down. Good job by Goki.
Pick of about 2, looking at 2nd and 8 here as the clock ticks under 3 minutes left in the first half. Shotgun formation, 3 wide receivers split out to the far side. Manker takes the snap. Hand off to McGill. Goki eats that play up right away. And a big tackle for loss by Dawson Goki.
Goki came to play on this set of downs.
Yeah, I think that time he might have had a blitz just right up the middle. Running a sweep that time for McGill, and he just got wrapped up early and thrown down for a loss of 3.
Dawson came out of that limping a little bit, but I think he just got a little banged in the leg. He'll shake it off, be fine.
Yeah, he was still all sorts of fired up after that tackle. Let's hope Okoboji can build off that defensively. 3rd and 11. Manker drops back. Looks down the field. He's going to go long down the far side. This one is caught, but not enough in bounds.
Great defensive coverage by Simpson down that far sideline. He was right in the face of intended receiver Blyle the whole way. That was a nice catch, but like you said, out of bounds.
As he was able to force him far enough down that sideline. And here we go. Woodbury Central looking to punt.
Another 3 and out.
4th and 11. Back-to-back drives, believe it or not. Here we go. This one, a high spiraling punt. And fair caught and having to reach back and luckily grab this one, Jaden Heller. Right around Okoboji's own 26.
I think he was thinking that he might get hit when he was going to return that. He kind of spun around to make that catch in case he was. A couple gunners are right down there, but did not touch him.
Clock stops at minute 48. Okoboji's going to need some big plays here to get this one down the field. 1st and 10 from the 26. Okoboji trying to get on the scoreboard before the end of the first half. Come out in a bit of a pistol formation. Goki spins around, hands this one off up the middle. Looks like Simpson on a nice dive and a solid pickup, but the clock's going to continue to tick here, so they're going to need a big play here.
Both teams with all their timeouts still.
Yeah. We're just rolling right through these first 2 quarters, down to under a minute and a half. Okoboji still not using a timeout. They come back to the line of scrimmage here. Minute 15. Goki alone in the backfield. 3 men split out. Goki under pressure. He fires this one down the middle of the field. It is, just through the fingertips of Jaden Heller. He had a beat on his man down the seam. Dropped right around the 41-yard line, and that would have been the big play that Okoboji needed to spark this offense.
Big play right before half, too.
Good throw from Goki.
This Woodbury Central team will give up a big play here and there. Pioneers just couldn't connect with it there.
Goki just 1 for 3 on passing so far. So Okoboji, obviously that run-heavy team. They go back to their original one-winger formation as this ball ends up on the ground early. It's like Goki tried to hand it off. It got knocked down by the intended ball carrier, but the Pioneers fall right back on it. And I think Coach Bremer is going to burn the first of his timeouts at 56 seconds. 4th and about now 12. So Woodbury Central, now they're going to try to get back on the scoreboard. So we'll take a timeout with them. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Iowa High School football on Q102 and ExploreOkoboji.com.
Down the highway to MHR Insurance and with the power of one from West Bend. Simplify with one policy, one affordable premium, one common loss deductible, and money back at the end of the year when you're claim free. What? Money back? See MHR Insurance in Milford or call 338-2654.
Northwest Iowa Bone, Joint, and Sports Surgeons have been providing excellent care to the community for the past 40 years. Their team offers specialized care, including sports medicine, as well as in-house physical therapy. Exceptional, dependable, local. Visit NWIABone.com.
Welcome back to Q102. Coming to you live tonight from Milford, also on the video stream at ExploreOkoboji.com. Big thanks to Tim Soper, doing a great job on that, and Mary Trainer back in the studio as well.
Well, thoughts and prayers need to go out to Jeff Carpenter, a Milford resident, worked at Arnold's Park. Not doing well. Best of luck to him and his family.
Well, thank you for that, Tim. 4th and 13. Robars looks to punt, and Woodbury Central bringing the house on trying to block that punt. And this is a high one that's going to bounce just before midfield. And Okoboji, they need to down that ball. It was coming back towards them.
They landed about the 48 and it started rolling, and nobody touched it. And then finally,
here's 3 yards for you.
Oh, actually, I read that wrong. What did they about the 47 and rolled toward the 45?
Yeah, they gave him a couple yards on that one. They just didn't really have the head on a swivel. Didn't know which direction, but still, Woodbury Central having to go 45 yards down the field. 50 seconds. They just burned the first of their timeouts. They have 2 left, and they're going to try to extend their 13-0 lead over the Pioneers here before the end of the first half. 4 wide receivers set here in the shotgun. Manker pump fakes, and it's going to go to a screen to McGill up the near side, and brought down a nice tackle, but a penalty flag thrown at the end of that play, as that was Jesse Bachman with a nice double-leg takedown type tackle. And I think this penalty is going to be holding on Woodbury Central. So that'll march him back and make it that much more difficult to get down the field in this short amount of time. This is a big holding penalty all the way back now to their own 40. Still looking at first down, 1st and 20. First and 20 here. The Wildcats backed up their own 45-yard line. Still 2 timeouts. Okoboji looking for another stop here defensively. They forced them to go 3 and out the past 2 drives. Manker awaits the snap, and he looks to pass. Looking down the far side, over the middle, and this one incomplete. Skips in front of a couple Okoboji defenders.
Not quite sure who that was intended for. I didn't see any receivers in that part of the field, but must have been somebody close enough, so no intentional grounding was called.
That must have been a little bit of a miscommunication that time, but
cut right when you're supposed to cut left somewhere.
Yeah, no harm done there. Clock will be stopped at 26 seconds, still 2nd and 20. Manker's going to be obviously looking to pass here. Had 79 attempts coming into this game. Throws down to the far side on an out route, and going to be downed at around the 49. Still in bounds, that one for Kane Schmidt. And finally, Bremer going to call a timeout here with 15 seconds left on the clock. 13-0, and for Woodbury Central, let's go ahead and thank some more of our sponsors, Tim.
Yeah, first I'm going to thank
And welcome back once again. All right, as both teams are now going to break the huddles here. Just about enough time for a few more plays. Woodbury Central still looking to go for it on 3rd and 13.
I think a couple more sponsors here. Carson's Financial Group and Okoboji Schools for sponsoring high school sports here on Q102. Also thanks to Alex and Rainey and Kyler listening or watching the game this evening. along with Ben, Jody, among others.
Yeah, big thanks. Also got some very impressive numbers on our Facebook page tuning into this contest. I thank everybody for tuning into Okoboji's homecoming game. Coming to you live tonight from Milford.
15 seconds to go in the half. Third and 13 for Woodbury Central, right to left. They'll line them up. Back to Mitch for the play-by-play.
And here's the snap. Manker with a slip screen this time to the receiver. That one looked to be Klunder. And tackled around the 45. They're going to burn their final timeout here, looking at 4th and 10. And let's take a timeout with them. Back in 30 seconds on Q102 and ExploreOkoboji.com. It's 4th and 10 from the 45 on the Pioneers side of the field. Woodbury Central football. As they lead 13-0, they're going to need a big play here with no timeouts. Very impressive for Okoboji to hold them here. They might just be giving it one more shot before the end of the half. 7 seconds on the clock. Wildcats ball from the 45. As Manker drops back to pass, looks down the field. He's going to give it his all down the far side. A wobbly pass, and it is easily intercepted by Austin Harms at around the 10-yard line, but time will expire. But the Pioneers at least get their second interception on the quarterback from Woodbury Central.
There's 4 Okoboji defensive players on that side of the field, and then instead of going and away from that side, he went to that side. On the other side, there was one defender and one receiver. I don't know why he made the decision to throw to that side, but didn't work out. It was basically a Hail Mary anyway.
Well, we have only played about 51 minutes, and we've already reached the end of the first half here from Milford, as it's 13-0. Woodbury Central still leads. Got a lot of content coming up for you for your halftime show tonight, brought to you by the Okoboji Motor Company Service Department and Collision Center. But we'll get a quick recap of this first half coming up in 3 minutes on Q102 and ExploreOkoboji.com.
This is Kayleen, the service manager at Okoboji Motor Company. 2020 has been a year of change and uncertainty. Our hours are the same, Monday to Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. We have the same experienced staff you've learned to trust to care for your vehicle needs. We will continue to support our communities and our schools because we care about you, our customers. Our service department is constantly running specials. Check them out at okobojigmtoyota.com. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay loyal, as we will for you. Thank you. Okoboji Motor Company, Service Department.
Hi, this is Jeremiah at Heartland Paint, Glass, and Locksmithing. We understand that hard work, dedication, and grit are the values of a successful team, and we stand behind all local students and athletes during this time of adversity. Come discover what we can do for your home or business. Heartland Paint, Glass, and Locksmithing, Highway 71, Spirit Lake.
Head down the highway to MHR Insurance and get the power of one from West Bend. Simplify with one policy, one affordable premium, one common loss deductible, and money back at the end of the year when you're claim free. What? Money back? See MHR Insurance in Milford or call 338-2654.
At Iowa Lakes Electric Cooperative, we are member-owned. That means everyone who gets their power from Iowa Lakes is also an owner. That's the cooperative difference.
The power is yours at your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
This is Scott Troutman with State Farm and Spirit Lake. All across the country, drivers are reaping the rewards of safer driving with the updated Drive Safe and Save app, where you can earn a discount of up to 30%. Call Scott Troutman State Farm at 336-2499.
What does it mean to be on a team? It means other people are depending on you. That's why the Bank Midwest team supports student athletes, because we know being part of a team teaches you a lot. So good luck to your team from ours. Bank Midwest, member FDIC.
We're coming to you live from homecoming here tonight from Okoboji High School. This is the halftime show brought to you by Okoboji Motor Company, Service Department, and Collision Center, as Woodbury Central currently leads the Pioneers 13-0. As if, Tim, if you would like to do the honors of letting us know how we got to this score.
Yeah, absolutely. First, I should apologize. Having some connectability issues here, so I apologize for that. If you are hearing it, I'm sure you have as well. Well, Woodbury Central got it started at the 5:48 mark of the first quarter. Klingon-Smith ran it for 8 yards for the touchdown. The extra point was good by Monk, and it was 7-0 Woodbury Central. And then in the second quarter, it was Monker with a 1-yard touchdown run for Woodbury Central at the 10:19 mark. The extra point was blocked, and that's where we sit, 13-0 in a relatively low-scoring game. Pretty much been pretty heavily lopsided for Woodbury Central, especially through that first quarter. They controlled the ball, had the ball most of the time. Okoboji doing a little bit better job, especially defensively, in the second quarter. They put Woodbury Central to a lot of short possessions and able to get the ball and do a little bit of movement with it, but they just really haven't got anything going up to this point.
Yeah, so let's hope Okoboji can clean up some of that, and it's going to be very interesting in that locker room at halftime here, but we need to move right along here in the halftime show as Scott Nolte has a halftime report and caught up with Okoboji cross country, as we'll now go to our halftime show. And when we come back, we'll have the start of the second half here from Milford, Iowa. In week 4 of Iowa high school football, it's still Woodbury Central 13 and Okoboji nothing. And we'll be back on Q102.
Okoboji High School is proud to sponsor all Okoboji students in their activities. Okoboji High School wishes good luck to the Okoboji Pioneers as they work hard all season. Be proud to represent the Okoboji Pioneers in education and activities.
Joining us right now from Okoboji Cross Country, Brad Peter. And Brad, thanks for being with us. We appreciate it.
Oh, thank you, Scott. Happy to be here.
All right, Brad, let's talk about the week for Okoboji Cross Country. And it kind of started off with a late edition on Monday. You went to the West Lyon Invitational. And, just kind of tell us a little bit about that and how you got into that meet.
Sure. Well, thanks, Scott. The previous week we lost 2 meets due to weather, maybe one with a little health concerns, and I think that's just kind of the nature of everyone's beast right now, trying to find the best meets you can that are available and healthy for our kids and safe. So I lost a few meets, but, Conference School West Lyon was nice enough to take us over, long haul over. It's Lake Pahoja State Park, which I've never been to. It's a pretty setting, but it's even west of their high school. So, it's about a 90-minute trip by bus. Tough course at the state park, but I was really impressed with our kids' gutty effort, not really expecting to race that day, late edition. Kind of go out there and you run the trails and you cross the beach a couple times and still true cross country. So, from our perspective, it's more like a hard workout, really, and it's with a chance to compete with some different teams. And I thought our kids really put their noses in there and did the best they could that night.
Yeah, I thought they did very well. The 3 girls in the top 10 with Nevaeh, Lauren, and Lexi right there on the girls' side of things. So that's pretty impressive. And then the boys, you had Caleb Miller in the top 10 at number 8, and Dylan Jones, Kyle Thompson right there. So some really good showings.
Yeah, I thought Lauren Duffy's put in a lot of summer miles and really changed herself into a runner-first athlete. And, I'd struggled a little bit the first 2 meets trying to, you put in all the work and you expect the immediate results. But she's been patient. I'm proud of her for sticking in there. And, I think at that meet was the first chance you got to see what she really can do. And that gives us a chance to maybe put 3 girls together with her sister Lexi and Nevaeh and keep putting them in the top 10, which is important. And Dylan Jones, this is his first year out. He's only a sophomore, but he's shown some steady improvements and a real willingness to have some grit and stick himself out there. And, he's got a wrestler's mentality. I know that's the sport that he loves. And so that really, it brings another dimension to our team, a little toughness that I think can really help us down the road.
And then let's talk about Thursday's meet at Sioux Rapids, the Sioux Central meet. Congratulations to your boys, first place, and your girls, second place. Great showing on Thursday night.
Yeah, our kids ran really well. I think there were 15 or 16 teams that ended up coming that night. Again, as teams are scrambling to find meets, it got a little bigger than maybe it had been in the past. And, we had a really great week of practice the previous week, and even at West Lyon, I thought we ran okay, but you could tell we just were a little fatigued maybe from the volume. So I just, we had great weather. The course is you can see a lot of it. It runs up on top of the golf course for the first 2 miles, so it's flat and fast, except for the last maybe 800. It's kind of hilly. And our kids were very aggressive from the start, which is, as a coach, we maybe were a little nervous. nervous how high out we put ourselves. But again, I thought they really competed hard and finished well and had an opportunity to close it down. And happy for our boys. You know, it's not easy to win meets. You got 15 or 16 teams at them, and you got to take advantage when you can. And, you know, Spirit Lake really charged well at the end. Tim's got a nice young group up there that are working real hard. I know they hadn't raced in a while, so I'm just proud of our boys for being able to hold them off and hang on for that tight win.
Yeah, that was a great showing, and so kind of a crazy week for you, but a good week weather-wise, got those meets in, and now next week you focus on another meet. Tuesday, you travel to Sheldon.
Right. For those who don't know, we've lost our Thursday meet at Sioux Center already based on some health concerns in Sioux County. So Justin Baus, our AD, working overtime, the phones, and getting us into the meet at Sheldon on Tuesday. And that's where our conference meet's going to be. So, you know, we talked to the girls and guys on the way over there, some of them yesterday to Sioux Rapids, just said, you know, what do you think about this meet? And I think they're excited to go over there. I've never run the course before. I know it's going to be another big meet, but, you know, why not? We're here to compete, and we want to be thankful any chance we get a chance to. So I'm sure we'll be ready. The kids are, you know, riding high from a great performance by the girls and guys on Thursday at Sioux Rapids. So we'll go down to Sheldon and give it the best we can and see if we can come away with some more medals.
Fantastic, Brad. All right, well, thanks for the update. Appreciate that. Best of luck at Sheldon on Tuesday.
All right, thanks, Scott. Appreciate the coverage.
And from Okoboji Cross Country, that is Brad Peter.
The Lakes News Shopper would like to wish the Okoboji Pioneers and area sports teams the best of success this season. The Lakes News Shopper appreciates all the hard work and dedication that the student athletes and coaches put into their seasons and are very proud of the Pioneers.
It is halftime for Week 4 of Iowa High School football. Back to your second half right after this. I'm Scott Nolte with your halftime report. Games going on tonight. KUOO has Spirit Lake at Esterville Lincoln Central. Q102 and Explore Okoboji live video tonight has Okoboji's homecoming. Tonight, they are taking on Woodbury Central. The game originally was supposed to be Cherokee at Okoboji. Cherokee had to cancel because of COVID with some of their football players. Woodbury Central ran into that problem earlier this week when Westwood canceled on them, so Woodbury Central traveling to Milford taking on the Pioneers. Once again, that's on Q102 and live video. Y100 tonight, Emmitsburg at Sioux Central, Spencer at Storm Lake, Sibley Ocheyedan at Hinton, Hartley Melvin Sanborn at Galen Catholic, South Central Calhoun at Pocahontas area, 8-man football, Harris Lake Park at Gretinger Terra Ruth Van Ayrshire, Remsen St. Mary's at West Bend Mallard. Taking a look at the updated standings from some of our area teams in 8-man District 1, Newell Fonda 3-0, Remsen St. Mary's 2-0. Right now, GTRA is 1-1 in the district with Kingsley Pearson. Harris Lake Park and West Bend Mallard are 1-2. River Valley is 0-3. Class A, District 1, Lawton Bronson, Galen Catholic, and South O'Brien 1-0 in district play. Akron Westfield, Hartley Melvin Sanborn, and MMCRU 0-1. 1A District 1, Emmitsburg, West Sioux, and Western Christian 1-0 in district play. Sioux Central, Sibley Ocheyedan, and Hinton 0-1. 2A District 2, Esterville Lincoln Central, Spirit Lake, and Garner Hayfield Ventura 1-0. Okoboji, Cherokee, and Algona 0-1 in district play. And in 3A District 1, Sergeant Bluff Luton, Spencer, and Storm Lake 1-0. Boyd and Hall Rock Valley, Bishop Heelan, and Lamar's 0-1. Updated standings and the first district game of the season. Radio Iowa released their latest Iowa High School football poll on Monday. 8-player, Don Bosco number 1, Remsen St. Mary's number 2, Audubon 3, Newell Fonda 6. Class A, Grundy Center is number 1, West Hancock number 8. 1A, OABCIG number 1, South Central Calhoun 2, Emmitsburg 5, Pocahontas area 10. Big matchup tonight with Pocahontas area and South Central Calhoun. That's 10 versus 2. 2A, PCM Monroe number 1, West Lyon 3, Sioux Center 5, Central Lyon George Little Rock 6, Esterville Lincoln Central 8. 3A, Dallas Center Grimes number 1, Sergeant Bluff Luton 9. And in 4A football, Southeast Polk number 1. Taking a look at the high school schedule for tomorrow, Saturday, volleyball, Harris Lake Park, Emmitsburg, and West Bend Mallard at the Gretinger Terra Ruth Van Ayrshire tournament, Spencer at the Forest City tournament, Sioux Central and Pocahontas area volleyball at the OABCIG Invitational, girls swimming, Spencer at the Fort Dodge meet. College football for tomorrow in the Great Plains Athletic Conference, the GPAC, Morningside at Midland, Briar Cliff at Doane, Dakota Wesleyan at Northwestern, Hastings at Concordia. Big 12, Iowa State does not play this week. Last week they played Louisiana and lost that one. They'll be back in action next Saturday at TCU. But there are a couple of Big 12 games scheduled for Saturday. Oklahoma State taking on Tulsa. Baylor will be hosting Houston. In the NBA last night, Miami beat Boston 106-101. They hold a 2-0 lead in the East Finals. They'll play again tomorrow night. Tonight in the Western Conference Finals, it's Game 1 between Denver and the LA Lakers. National Hockey League, Tampa Bay got a victory last night over the New York Islanders, 2-1 in overtime, and won the series. That means the Stanley Cup final is now set. Dallas taking on Tampa Bay. Game 1 starts Saturday night. And last night in the National Football League, Cleveland beat Cincinnati 35-30. Coming up this Sunday, you can listen to Minnesota Vikings football as they take on the Indianapolis Colts on Extreme Country 105.7 with the pregame at 11, kickoff at noon. I'm Scott Nolte with your halftime report for Week 4. Back to your second half right after this.
She shoots, she scores! Touchdown Pioneers. Wow, what a thrill. Hey Pioneer fans, this is Kurt Karstens with Karstens Financial Group in Arnold's Park. And no matter the season, I want to wish all of our athletes and coaches the best of luck for a fun, healthy season. Go Pioneers.
Yep, we First and foremost, we need to thank you for sticking with us through these technical difficulties as we're still trying to bring you the homecoming contest. Coming out of the halftime report, brought to you by the Okoboji Motor Company Service Department and Collision Center, as now both teams make their way back out onto the field. And Tim, Woodbury Central leading Okoboji 13-0 on homecoming. So again, thankful to have them here, but now it's time for Okoboji, to clean it up on, execution-wise, try to get some more blocks, do their assignments a little bit better, and try to get the ball rolling here in the second half.
There haven't been many big mistakes at all. There hasn't been many penalties, and the turnovers have been fairly light. Both teams have committed them, but not. I mean, it's been pretty equal. It's just got to get that offense rolling. Okoboji's been pretty stagnant. Haven't been able to move the ball. They haven't had any big plays at all. The one big play they had a chance for was a throw downfield toward the end of the half and couldn't connect. They need to just get a play to happen. I think just to get that momentum and get them feeling good in this one, and get a score, you're right back in it. You're only down 13, so let's see if they can get out there and get one here early in this second half.
And we need to thank you once again for sticking with us, and And you have to give a big thanks to Mary Trainer, working very hard for us back in Master Control. Big thanks to Tim Soper as well on the ExploreOkoboji.com live video stream, as we will still be streaming there as well if you'd like to watch this game. That stream going smoothly there to also pick up some of the highlights that we hope are coming from the Okoboji Pioneers as they'll get the ball to start off here in the second half.
Baseball, Major League Baseball game that, I'm interested in, and quite a few friends that are Cubs fans that are interested in. Cubs Twins. Cubs lead at 1-0. Heading to the bottom of the third. Leading the Minnesota Twins are the Cubs. A couple good teams squaring off there in Major League Baseball.
On our family of stations, we have a halftime report from KUOO. Esterville Lincoln Central leads Spirit Lake 14-7 after the first half of play. And at halftime on Y100, Emmitsburg leads Sioux Central 14-0. We had a first quarter update not too long ago from Harris Lake Park ahead of GTRA 14-0. And also Hartley Moment Sanborn on the road tonight in district play at Galen Catholic, as well as some other scores. Algona leads Garner Hayfield Ventura 14-0, and HLP now extending their lead 20-0 over Gretchen Ruthven Ayrshire.
That's 20-0 or 22-0?
Oh, 20-0.
20-0?
Okay. There we go. They lead by 20.
Not an easy thing to say. Well, Woodbury Central will kick off, and the big man, 6'2", 200, almost 300 pounds, will line it up once again, left to right. Woodbury Central in the white with the blue numbers. Okoboji and all maroon. Second half just about to get underway, and boom!
And Grotkin kicks this one. It bounces past the 20, picked up by Heller. He's going to try to run horizontally and cut it back up to about the 25 before being brought down. It's Pioneers football, 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line.
Well, Okoboji will start with the football here and see if they can put something together. They've had a hard time so far tonight. They've had some passes that looked open, but just haven't been able to connect with them up to this point.
They were only held to 17 yards rushing in that first half. -2 passing yards made it 15 total yards of offense. And here come the Pioneers trying to get things going here as they start off with a football. 1st and 10. Pistol formation as Harms goes in motion. It's a handoff right back up the middle to Simpson. He hurdles over a lineman and gets brought down to around the 26. Minimal gain, looking at 2nd and 9.
John Groken, the kicker, now on that defensive line at 6'2". He's only 270. I gave him a little lecture there, but he was pinned down on the ground there, and that's who he got hurdled over as he came over that line. And then they held him down there. So good job by the offensive line, taking one of the big men and just putting him down and keeping him down.
And a big reminder that this is Okoboji's homecoming, and next week they'll have the task of taking on Spirit Lake at their homecoming matchup. That one heard on KUOO. Kickoff at 7 next week. All right, this one, a spin around and a handoff to Harms. Tries to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think he's going to wind up losing a couple.
Pioneers put a lot of guys on the left side of that line and faked it that way and ran the other way. Goes nowhere.
Looking at 3rd and a long 10, maybe 11 for the Pioneers. They just still need that one big play. The longest play so far has come on a gain of 5 from Cody Wins. They were starting to put together a nice drive there close to the end of the first half.
I think the biggest play they've had is that fake punt.
That's right. That too from Robards. Goki's going to look to pass here. Nice out route and a catch up the sideline and brought down out of bounds. Maybe that ball came out of bounds. It'll still be Pioneer ball. Austin Harms.
Right near the first down there.
As Goki connected with Harms that one. And it's still 4th down, but they gained about 10 to make it 4th and 1.
Got along that sideline, just needed a little bit more. Couldn't get it, just the way things are going here.
That's right.
But their biggest offensive play so far.
They need to build on it as they're going to keep the offense out on the field from the looks of it. 4th and 1 from their own 34. Gut check time now for the Pioneers on the offensive side of the ball. Here it is, 4th and 1. Simpson takes the direct snap back as he bull rushes into the offensive lineman, and he will get enough for the first down, Pioneers.
Took that direct snap and just took off with it as fast as he could. He knew he had to just get 1 yard. He Ends up, I think, maybe got 2 yards out of that. So nice job by the Pioneers keeping this offensive drive going here early in the second half, trailing by 13.
A big play. They convert on 4th down from their own 34. They pick up about 3 yards. Good job for Simpson, just grind that one out. He'll get another direct snap. Follows Goki with a nice kick-out block. And he's up past the 40, about a gain of 4. Makes that actually a gain about 3, looking at second and 6, gain of 4. Clock ticks under 10 minutes now. At the start of the third quarter, it's still Woodbury Central 13, Okoboji nothing. Harris Lake Park at halftime now actually leads 32-0 over GTRA. Pioneer football from 2nd and 6. Simpson gets another direct snap, follows his blockers, but does not get past the line of scrimmage.
Boy, fool me once, fool me twice there. They look like they ran the same play again, and that one was stacked up right away.
I think that time that was the big man for Woodbury Central, number 67, Warren Smith, just came crashing down that line of scrimmage, filled his gap very nicely.
I say, you know, if black is slimming, white must be widening because that offensive line looks wide. There's some big boys.
Yeah, I feel like that's what's kind of done it for
the defensive line, I should say.
Yeah, I feel like that's what's kind of worked for Woodbury Central is on those plays. It's set up beautifully up front, and that defensive front, got to give them a lot of credit on that line.
Heavy to the left.
Goki looks back to pass, and he just goes nowhere. He rolled out to his left, and he was also walloped in the backfield by both defensive ends coming crashing in the pocket, and Goki gets sacked. Looks like we had...
Clunder was the one I think got there first, the junior at 6'2", 177.
Hayden O'Mara coming in from the other side too, so they'll drop them for about a loss of 7 yards, looking at 4th and 15. Clock down to 8 minutes. Robard's looking to punt this one away. He's spotted up close to about his own 20. Runs to his right, looks for an opening, nothing, and gives a nice end-over-end down the Okoboji sideline. Sails out of bounds just past the Woodbury Central 40.
What he's doing, he's catching that snap and trying to buy his gunner some time to get downfield. He just kind of runs with it until the defense starts to get in a little pursuit. Able to boot that one, but it went off the side of his foot and ended up going out of bounds earlier than he wanted it to. And it's going to be marked to the 50-yard line.
Yeah, you're right. That one sailed out of bounds a lot sooner than what it had looked. So ball at midfield for Woodbury Central. They tried to tack on another score. The last play of the first half was Manker's second interception. This one by Austin Harms. Also had Jesse Bachman in the first quarter. So 2 picks for the Pioneer defense, and they're going to try to hold the Wildcats once again as they hand off to McGill for the first play of their offensive drive. Minimal gain of about a yard.
Well, thanks to IGL Teleconnect and for Bank Midwest for sponsoring tonight's action on Q102. He's Mitchell Kieran. I'm Tim Peterson. Okoboji trailing 13-0, and they're on defense again as Woodbury Central faces a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, 2nd and 9 here. Manker drops back to pass. Throws to his left side. Picks up Klingon Smith on an out route. And a short gain of about 2 yards as we will also be covering Harris Lake Park next week at West Bend Mallard, and they're starting to move in the right direction for their season as well. We mentioned that big 32-0 lead over GTRA. They also currently holding them to just 13 yards of total offense.
What's the score now?
32-0 for Harris Lake Park. Yeah, they're just piling it on very quickly for one of our area teams.
Is that, 6 quarters now they played shutout football or so? Were they in the second half right now?
That is right.
At least 6.
3rd and a nice pass.
Oh, he dropped it.
Oh, got him on another out route. That was Kane Schmidt.
Did he drop
hold on. They're going to say he held on. Maybe bobbled it, but he fell down right at around the 38-yard line.
That's enough for a first down. It looked to me like it hit him in the hands, and down he went. And I thought he dropped the ball, but held on to it somehow and was able to pick up that first down.
Yeah, very nice pickup of close to 11 yards through the air. Nice pass for...
big 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, Jace Manker. Here we go. 1st and 10. They hand off to McGill. Gets tripped up, but continues to stay on his feet. Up to around the 33. in Okoboji territory, gain of 5. Going to be 2nd and 5 here. Woodbury Central trying to drive down the field once again. Ball around the 34. Clock down to 5:50. Now under Manker. Into a quick pitch to McGill. He's running down the far side. Tries to get contained block. Penalty flag thrown as he gets tackled at around the 32.
Guessing that'll be a hold out there, and it is against Woodbury Central.
Indeed it is, and we got a Pioneer shaken up again. It's number 58. Couldn't get him on the roster for tonight, but he's going to be trying to limp back to the sideline, so we'll have a substitution coming in for him.
Something with that left ankle or left leg.
It'll be Sam Poss coming in to fill in that whole defensive tackle. But the holding penalty will move Woodbury Central back 10 yards, back to their own 45. Looking at a 2nd and long here.
Penalty still at a minimum here tonight. Both teams playing pretty clean football.
Yeah, we're moving right along here. 5.5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter still. Woodbury Central 13, Okoboji 0 on their homecoming night. They're looking for a defensive stand on 2nd and 17. Manker, play action, under pressure, throws over the middle, and this one he can't hook up with his intended target, Blyle, and a late penalty flag throws in. You gotta wonder, maybe pass interference.
He was definitely bumped. A couple of defenders in that secondary bumped Blyle off his route and tripped him up, and easy flag there against the Pioneers.
Tried to go for a medium slant over the middle, and indeed this is now going to come back the other way.
A clean game up until the last couple plays. Penalty both ways.
So it might just offset, looking at 2nd and, well, see where they spot it.
Should be 2nd and, that'll be 2nd and 5, 15-yarder.
They're just going to go on principle, not the spot of the foul. I don't think he was all the way up to the 30-yard line at least. But it's going to be 2nd and a very manageable 2 yards to go from the 30. Clock stopped at 5:19.
All right, Woodbury Central just keeps doing what they've done all game, is just do enough to get that first down and keep the chains moving. Not huge plays, but just enough yards every time.
And the handoff going to go back up to McGill on a counter, and he's going to just blow through the box. Shakes off multiple Pioneer tacklers before finally being brought down at around the 20. Down to the 21. A pickup of 9 and a first.
Needed 2, got 9. Just keep marching and moving that football.
And for Woodbury Central, all their games have been very sound. They stuck in with a very good Unity Christian team. And they defeated Lawton Bronson 21-8 in the opening week and beat IKM Manning 14-0. On 1st and 10, it's a handoff to Blyle as he shakes off a tackler, cuts this one up, follows his blockers as a penalty flag comes flying in when he goes down at around the 15.
Well, LaRue had great pursuit in that backfield and grabbed around the waist of the ball carrier and just spun off him. Would have been a good tackle.
This one might be coming back on Woodbury Central, a potential holding penalty. Yeah, but they're going to march him back, so a good break here for the Pioneers. I'll kick them right out of the red zone, back to the 24.
I got to give props to the Okoboji cheerleading squad over there. I was there at the scrimmage, and they got the crowd going then. They got them going now. Hear that student section all the way across the field here cheering loud and proud for the Pioneers.
Yeah, they're proud to be out here. We
might just be doing it to stay warm.
Thought just over 24 hours ago they weren't going to have an opponent.
Right. Both teams thought that.
That's right. 1st and 15 as Manker rolls out, throws this one down the field. He has Schmidt on an out route and tackled by the height of his shoulder pads close to around the 12-yard line. So a nice pickup of about 14 yards, making it about 2nd and short.
Oh, it looked to me like he tried to take his head off on that tackle.
Yeah, but as you mentioned, cheer squad continues to pep up the student section. The band sounded great earlier tonight as well in their performances. Dance team at midfield during halftime.
And they even played Woodbury's school song to start the game. I thought, wow, they learned that in less than a day. That's good.
A lot of moving parts here in the past 24 hours, but you got to love to see it, especially in this season of uncertainty. 2nd and 2. They're going to hand off to McGill up the middle and finally brought down.
I had a ukulele for a few years, and I didn't even learn how to play 2 notes on it. They learned how to play a whole song in less than a day.
You got to give them credit for that. They pick up a first down as he gets tackled down by the 7. 1st and goal here for the Wildcats. They still lead Okoboji 13-0, 3:30 and counting on the clock. And it's going to be Manker keeping it, and he will just walk into the end zone. He had a hole that you could drive a truck through up the middle. From 7 yards out, Jace Manker has his 2nd rushing touchdown.
No need to hand it off when you can get a lane like that. Good job by that offensive line of the Wildcats, clearing out room and letting your quarterback just walk right into the end zone. And it's 19-0 though. Send out Monk for the extra point.
A left-footed kicker puts this one up. Nice low line drive and through the uprights, good to make it 22-0. Woodbury Central leads Okoboji. Pioneers still trying to answer back when we come back in 1 minute on Q102 and ExploreOkoboji.com.
This is Jeremiah at Heartland Paint, Glass, and Locksmithing. We understand that hard work, dedication, and grit are the values of a successful team, and we stand behind all local students and athletes during this time of adversity. Come discover what we can do for your home or business. Heartland Paint, Glass, and Locksmithing, Highway 71, Spirit Lake.
This is Scott Troutman with State Farm in Spirit Lake. All across the country, drivers are reaping the rewards of safer driving with the updated Drive Safe and Save app, where you can earn a discount of up to 30%. Call Scott Troutman State Farm at 336-2499.
What does it mean to be on a team? It means other people are depending on you. That's why the Bank Midwest team supports student athletes, because we know being part of a team teaches you a lot. So good luck to your team from ours. Bank Midwest, member FDIC.
Okoboji High School is proud to sponsor all Okoboji students in their activities. Okoboji High School wishes good luck to the Okoboji Pioneers as they work hard all season. Be proud to represent the Okoboji Pioneers in education and activities.
And welcome back to Q102. Woodbury Central. It's their 3rd unanswered touchdown here. A 7-yard keeper from Jace Manker as Grotker kicks this one back to about the 25. Jaden Heller going to run backwards and across the field, but hey, he has room to run. He's up past the 40, up past midfield, and finally pushed out of bounds at the Woodbury Central. Well, deep in Woodbury Central territory, but a nice gain on the kick return from Jaden Heller.
He started off on the near side, and it didn't really look like there was anything going on. It didn't look like anybody was coming after him, and he looks across the field and, well, wait, there's an opening room over on the other side. Spun around, ran back a couple yards, but then just took off down the field. Ended up marking him down at the 44-yard line of the Wildcats.
Yeah, not the longest kickoff we've seen, but hey, Heller made something out of nothing, starting to do that banana route and picked up 31 down the far side of the field.
I ran about 51.
And here we go, Okoboji. Goki drops back, throws this one down the field and caught down the far sideline at the 19-yard line. Goki goes right back to Jaden Heller and a nice pickup through the air.
Great adjustment by Heller. The ball was left short. The defensive back didn't realize that Heller slammed on the brakes. And as he slammed on the brakes, Goki got slammed into the turf, but he was able to get that ball thrown downfield. And Heller comes back, makes the adjustment, makes the catch, a big gain. Here comes Okoboji from the 19-yard line.
Nice pass from Goki to Heller, picks up 27. 1st and 10 from the 19. Simpson takes a direct snap, follows his blocker's far side, cuts this one up for a nice gain. Up to about the 12 or a 13-yard line. I mark it down 13. That's a nice gain of 6 on 1st down from Austin Simpson.
Okoboji gets down by 20, and all of a sudden now they're starting to look alive. That kick return might have breathed some momentum into him here.
I actually marked that a pick up of 7 now. 2nd and 3, and Okoboji knocking on the door here from the 13-yard line. Man in motion, it's Harms. He'll receive the handoff, and yeah, he had his kick-out block, but that didn't do much as he's going to be walloped in the backfield. About a loss of 3.
Got one block, needed 3 of them out there. Other blocks just didn't hold up for him.
So who came in on that tackle? I believe that was coming in hard. Number 57, that Gage Heisel, and that's a man that Nick Pluger gave a lot of credit to in the pregame, as talking to some of the opposing coaches as well.
Banged up in that play, came to the sideline. He'll sit down and stretch out.
Goki takes the snap, spins around, actually gives this one to Cody Wentz, and he doesn't get very far either. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage, and maybe another shaken up Wildcat at that. This time, number 55 for Woodbury Central.
I think it's 8.
Or 59.
59, 59, yeah.
That is Ty Dennison, starting defensive end. So already those are two big defensive linemen that have been doing their jobs all night long very well. Now on the sideline, Okoboji now facing 4th and 6. Offensive unit still on the field with a minute to go here in the third quarter. Goki drops back to pass, throws back in the pocket, throws this one to the end zone, and it is just incomplete. He had it in his hands to number 21, I believe, Jaden Heller.
Heller had a full extension reaching up trying to grab that. A very difficult catch to make with a defender on him. And it being fully extended, you're really exposing yourself. Anybody could have came up and walloped him. He put himself out there, still tried to get it. Just couldn't hang on. Boy, that would have been a beautiful catch had he done it.
Yeah, very tough play nonetheless, but unfortunately for Okoboji, a turnover on downs. So Woodbury Central going to pick it up here. 1st and 10 from their own 15. That deep in the territory. That was a nice drive for Okoboji. Just couldn't cap it off as they hand this one right off to McGill up the middle. About to pick up a 4.
McGill up the McGill.
Very good.
Thanks. Been working on that for 3 quarters.
I like it. And believe it or not, we're already down to under 40 seconds left in the third quarter as both running offenses just eating away at this clock. Woodbury Central still leads 20-0 over Okoboji. Just about time for about another play here. Manker from the shotgun, a quick pitch to McGill. This time he comes to the right side and hit hard by number 23, Logan Heller. Nice wrap-up tackle there. Just about a gain of 6. So a nice pickup by McGill again.
Now, Ty Dennison was on the sideline here for the Wildcats, and looked like he had some bloody nose of sorts, but looks like he'll be just fine.
And as you hear that horn, that marks the end of the third quarter. Only 12 minutes remain for Okoboji on homecoming. Fourth quarter coming up. It's still Woodbury Central 20, Okoboji nothing. Back in 1 minute on Q102 and explore Okoboji.com.
News Shopper would like to wish the Okoboji Pioneers and area sports teams the best of success this season. The Lakes News Shopper appreciates all the hard work and dedication that the student athletes and coaches put into their seasons and are very proud of the Pioneers.
For the best window and door solutions for your next project, choose superior quality to enhance the character of your home. Choose Marvin. Visit your local Marvin dealer. Consumer Lumber in Spirit Lake, Spencer, and Lake Park. Locally owned and operated since 1906. Northwest Iowa Bone, Joint, and Sports Surgeons have been providing excellent care to the community for the past 40 years. Their team offers specialized care, including sports medicine, as well as in-house physical therapy. Exceptional, dependable, local. Visit NWIABone.com.
Are you paying too much for internet service? It's time to cut the wires, cut the charges. IGL Teleconnect is your local internet provider. No contracts, no hidden fees, no equipment rental, and no confusing packages for just $40 a month. IGL Teleconnect, we put you first.
Welcome back to Q102 as it's Woodbury Central football, 3rd and 1 from their own 24-yard line. And they're still in the driver's seat of this one. They lead 20-0 from the shotgun. Manker going to keep it himself, go right back up the middle, and just enough, and a couple more yards. Right up about the 30, or make that about the 27-yard line. Pick up a 3 for a first down. Need to give a nice shout-out once again to the Woodbury Central faithful watching in on our Facebook feed. Appreciate the comments. We just appreciate the team making the long trip here tonight. Also, a great turnout on both sidelines. And again, that was just ultimately what we praised in the pregame, Tim, is just gratefully back here in Milford tonight calling football.
Fun to have football again, isn't it?
Yeah, Sam. Once again, 24 hours ago, neither of these teams knew they were going to be playing each other as Manker keeps it again. Short gain.
Another injury update. Gage Heisel, who came out earlier, looks like he's having a left calf cramping up on him, but stretched out and looks like he's able to go back in if he chooses to, but as of right now, just standing on that sideline waiting. Looks like throwing the helmet on might be going in here fairly quickly.
And we also got Warren Smith also getting an ankle tape, so just a couple of nagging injuries, but it's nothing too serious from the looks of it. We got trips to the left on 2nd and 9. Swing pass here. This one caught by Blyle up the sideline and brought down from behind after a nice gain of 5 through the air from Manker to Blyle.
Yeah, another player down for the Wildcats.
I think Blyle might have actually had a kind of a rough landing into the turf on that one. So as they get him looked over, let's just go ahead and take a quick break. We'll be back in 30 seconds on Q102 and ExploreOkoboji.com.
Heard it all. I could have swore the light was green, the deer came out of nowhere, my son thought the narrow pedal was the brake. But the reason you need auto body repair doesn't matter to us. What matters is we make your car like new, and the process is easy for you. This is Casey, Collision Center Manager at Okoboji Motor Company. We bring over 45 years of experience in our department, offer free loaner vehicles, free estimates, work with all insurance companies, and handle all the paperwork. When life happens and you need collision repair, know that you can count on us, the Collision Center at Okoboji Motor Company.
Welcome back to Q102 and ExploreOkoboji.com as it's just starting to get a tough second half here for Woodbury Central. As you mentioned, Tim, players bloody noses and just getting overall banged up, but actually offensive unit gathering around number 6, Carter Blyle, still down on the field here. We certainly hope for the best for that young man. He's had a very solid game here behind Woodbury Central. Okoboji still down the other side. Let's go ahead now and take a little bit more of an extended injury timeout. Once again, hoping for the best for Carter Blyle, as we'll at least go 1 minute here, Mary and Tim, and we'll be back once again for the resumption of the fourth quarter here. Woodbury Central still leads Okoboji 20-0. We'll be back after this on Q102 and ExploreOkoboji.com.
Hot Bar and Grill in Arnold Park is open for lunch and dinner 7 days a week, and breakfast is served Saturdays and Sundays starting at 8 a.m. So if you're looking for fantastic food served up hot, fresh, and delicious, and service that gets you in and on your way, head to the Hut in Arnold Park.
Northwest Bank is top notch. You may be a one-time customer, you may be a lifetime customer, but they're always going to look out for you and take care of you.
Northwest Bank has the ability to help you do what you need to have done with your mortgage.
To me, probably the number one thing is their ability to get the job done.
Easy to work with, explain things very well, people that you trust and people that you see every day. That type of skill and knowledge sitting behind that desk when you're coming to sign those papers is very important.
I've always trusted Northwest Bank, and I definitely trust them with the biggest purchase we've ever made.
Head down the highway to MHR Insurance and get the power of one from West Bend. Simplify with one policy, one affordable premium, one common loss deductible, and money back at the end of the year when you're claim free. What? Money back? See MHR Insurance in Milford or call 338-2654.
To be on a team, it means other people are depending on you. That's why the Bank Midwest team supports student athletes, because we know being part of a team teaches you a lot. So good luck to your team from ours. Bank Midwest, member FDIC.
Okoboji High School is proud to sponsor all Okoboji students in their activities. Okoboji High School wishes good luck to the Okoboji Pioneers as they work hard all season. Be proud to represent the Okoboji Pioneers in education and activities.
Again, see his injury more serious than we had hoped for the junior wide receiver Carter Blyle.
You know what's impressed me tonight? Chris Jones running the chain gang down there. Jonesy moving the sticks well tonight for the chain gang. That was supposed to be a little humor in this trying minutes, Mitch, but
yeah,
okay.
Well, I appreciate it, Tim. It's always fun to call a game with you, but for the sake of this play, let's go ahead and take one final injury timeout. We will come back in about 3 minutes. Let's go ahead and call for a 3-minute break here, Mary. When we come back, we hope to resume the contest here. Still, once again, clock stopped at 10:44. Woodbury Central still leads Okoboji 20-0. Back after this on Q102 and ExploreOkoboji.com.
At United Community Bank, we're actively engaged in developing, strengthening, and energizing our communities by investing in people and their hopes and dreams for the future. Let us go to work for you, supporting your goals and helping you succeed. We look forward to being a part of your financial future. United Community Bank, with locations in Milford, Okoboji, Hartley, Ocheyedan, and Lake Park. Member FDIC.
United Community Bank, dedicated to your financial success.
The Hut Bar and Grill in Arnold Park is open for lunch and dinner 7 days a week, and breakfast is served Saturdays and Sundays starting at 8 a.m. So if you're looking for fantastic food served up hot, fresh, and delicious, and service that gets you in and on your way, head to the Hut in Arnold Park.
For the best window and door solutions for your next project, choose superior quality to enhance the character of your home. Choose Marvin. Visit your local Marvin dealer. Consumer Lumber in Spirit Lake, Spencer, and Lake Park. Locally owned and operated since 1906.
Are you paying too much for internet service? It's time to cut the wires, cut the charges. IGL Teleconnect is your local internet provider. No contracts, no hidden fees, no equipment rental, and no confusing packages for just $40 a month. IGL Teleconnect, we put you first.
Northwest Iowa bone, joint, and sports surgeons have been providing excellent care to the community for the past 40 years. Their team offers specialized care, including sports medicine, as well as in-house physical therapy. Exceptional, dependable, local. Visit NWIAbone.com.
She shoots, she scores! Touchdown Pioneers. Wow, what a throw. Hey Pioneer fans, this is Kurt Karstens with Karstens Financial Group in Arnold's Park. And no matter the season, I want to wish all of our athletes and coaches the best of luck for a fun, healthy season. Go Pioneers!
The Lakes News Shopper would like to wish the Okoboji Pioneers and area sports teams the best of success this season. The Lakes News Shopper appreciates all the hard work and dedication that the student athletes and coaches put into their seasons and are very proud of the Pioneers.
Hi, this is Jeremiah at Heartland Paint, Glass, and Locksmithing. We understand that hard work, dedication, and grit are the values of a successful team, and we stand behind all local students and athletes during this time of adversity. Come discover what we can do for your home or business. Heartland Paint, Glass, and Locksmithing, Highway 71, Spirit Lake.
Okoboji High School is proud to sponsor all Okoboji students in their activities. Okoboji High School wishes good luck to the Okoboji Pioneers as they work hard all season. Be proud to represent the Okoboji Pioneers in education and activities.
Doctors Norland and Cornwall and the entire staff of the Eye Care Center would like to remind athletes to do your best and have a great season. When you have eye care needs, visit the Eye Care Center just north of the hospital in Spirit Lake. The Eye Care Center is proud to offer you professional service and personal care for all your eye care needs. The Eye Care Center has a large selection of quality eyeglass frames and the most up-to-date styles. Call today to make an appointment with the professionals at the Eye Care Center in Spirit Lake.
The service manager at Okoboji Motor Company. 2020 has been a year of change and uncertainty. Our hours are the same, Monday to Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. We have the same experienced staff you've learned to trust to care for your vehicle needs. We will continue to support our communities and our schools because we care about you, our customers. Our service department is constantly running specials. Check them out at okobojigmtoyota.com. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay loyal, as we will for you. Thank you. Okoboji Motor Company, Service Department.
Hi, this is Jeremiah at Heartland Paint, Glass, and Locksmithing. We understand that hard work, dedication, and grit are the values of a successful team, and we stand behind all local students and athletes during this time of adversity. Come discover what we can do for your home or business. Heartland Paint, Glass, and Locksmithing, Highway 71, Spirit Lake.
Head down the highway to MHR Insurance and get the power of one from West Bend. Simplify with one policy, one affordable premium, one common loss deductible, and money back at the end of the year when you're claim free. What? Money back? See MHR Insurance in Milford or call 338-2654.
At Iowa Lakes Electric Cooperative, we are member-owned. That means everyone who gets their power from Iowa Lakes is also an owner. That's the cooperative difference.
The power is yours at your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
This is Scott Troutman with State Farm and Spirit Lake. All across the country, drivers are reaping the rewards of safer driving with the updated Drive Safe and Save app, where you can earn a discount of up to 30%. Call Scott Troutman State Farm at 336-2499.
What does it mean to be on a team? It means other people are depending on you. That's why the Bank Midwest team supports student athletes, because we know being part of a team teaches you a lot. So good luck to your team from ours. Bank Midwest. Member FDIC.
Driver seat against Bishop Heelan Catholic, 38-7 over them. A good contest between West Sioux and Western Christian. Right now it's the Falcons on top of the Wolfpack, 20-17. For South O'Brien, they lead MMCRU 13-0. And we also had a pretty good score earlier, as we saw from Remsen St. Mary's, Tim, as they were on 35-0 last time we saw over their opponent, West Bend Mallard. So Harris Lake Park will be facing West Bend Mallard next week, but Remsen St. Mary's still looking in good shape this year.
They're a tough team. We saw them beat Harris Lake Park, and they had their backup quarterback in as Wayne Harpenau was out for that game. So got some depth over there. We got time during this injury on the field. Give some more scores. Major League Baseball, the Pittsburgh Pirates up 2-1 over the Cardinals. Twins trailing the Cubs 1-0. Blue Jays and the Phillies. Blue Jays lead them 7-5. Marlins Nationals at 6-2. Marlins. Cleveland Indians trail the Detroit Tigers 1-0. That's the middle of the 8th. How about the Braves putting up some numbers tonight over the Mets, 14-1, and that's in the 6th. The Reds beating the White Sox 7-1. Boy, it's about time somebody beats that team. They've been hot. Red Sox up 4-0 over the Yankees. Rays up 2-1 over the Orioles. Diamondbacks 3-2 over the Astros. Rockies trail 9-3 to the Dodgers. Well, a lot of baseball games going on here. 6-4 Brewers over Kansas City. Angels 1-0 over the Rangers in the second. That was so early on. Padres, Mariners, Giants, Athletics still early in their games, tied at 0. And was this earlier today? Yeah, I think so. Cardinals beat the Pirates earlier today as well, 6-5. I think that was today. I'll just stop. That's enough baseball scores. They're still working on the Belial down on the field here.
A few more updates on the schedule tonight on Y100. Emmitsburg still leads Sibley. No, that is next week's contest. Emmitsburg still leads Sioux Central 14-0. Also for this Sunday marks week 2 of NFL football. If you're a Vikings fan, you could tune into our sister station just up north on Extreme Country 105.7. Pregame at 11. Kickoff at noon as the Vikings take on the Colts. Next week's schedule, it'll be Okoboji broadcasted once again on KUOO for Spirit Lake's homecoming game. Okoboji at Spirit Lake. That one also on the ExploreOkoboji.com live video stream game of the week next Friday. Pregame at around 6:40. Kickoff at 7. On Q102, we'll have the coverage here of Harris Lake Park at West Bend Mallard. Same kickoff time. And on Y100, Emmitsburg takes on Sibley Ocheyedan. Also, don't forget, every Friday following the contest, it'll be the Iowa High School Scoreboard Show starting at 10 on KUOO. Let's take one final timeout here for the injury down on the field, as we will be back in 1 minute on Q102 and ExploreOkoboji.com.
Imagine a surgery with less pain, where it's minimally invasive. You have a faster recovery and you receive better results. At Lakes Regional Healthcare, the only hospital with comprehensive robotic surgery in Northwest Iowa, surgeons provided robotic surgeries for orthopedic, gynecological, and general surgical procedures such as hip and knee replacement, hysterectomies, colon resections, gallbladder removal, hernia repairs, and more. So when you need surgery, look to the only area hospital with comprehensive robotic surgery. Look to Lakes Regional Healthcare in Spirit Lake.
At United Community Bank, we're actively engaged in developing, strengthening, and energizing our communities by investing in people and their hopes and dreams for the future. Let us go to work for you, supporting your goals and helping you succeed. We look forward to being a part of your financial future. United Community Bank, with locations in Milford, Okoboji, Hartley, Ocheyedan, and Lake Park. Member FDIC.
United Community Bank, dedicated to your financial success.
Back on Q102 as both units get back out in the field. It's 3rd and 5. Woodbury Central football from their own 32. Trips to the right side. Manker takes the snap, rolls out to his right. Delivers a dart, and this one caught on an out route. And brought down by a pair of Pioneers. We'll get that number as a penalty flag comes flying in.
Hold in the backfield.
Yep. It was Kane Schmidt on the reception. And this one will be coming back for Woodbury Central now, just looking at 3rd down and even longer. Again, our thoughts and prayers out to that young man injured on the field, number 6 wide receiver Carter Blyle Jr. from Woodbury Central.
Ended up being carted off.
Leg injury. So those are some of the scariest things you can encounter in the game of football. It's one of the awful things to run the risk of playing this game, but it's 3rd and 17 following that holding penalty. And Woodbury Central breaks the huddle. They get quick to the line. Same formation, 3 wide receivers the far side. Pump fake, and they're going to go a slip screen here to McGill. Kick out blocked very nicely, and McGill's up the sideline up to the 35 and brought down at around the 41. The slip screen to Max McGill buys them the first down.
Bachman was left all alone on the near side, and the offensive wide receiver took him out, which opened up things big time for McGill as nobody else is over on this side of the field. It took Pioneers a little bit of time to get over here to recover, but a huge gain for the Wildcats.
23-yard pickup on the halfback screen, so everything ran perfectly there, and got to give big credit to the kick-out block on the near side from, looks to be Clunder. A quick pitch from the shotgun to McGill, and he'll get close to the first down marker. Maybe just a yard or a hair short.
No, he got it.
Got just enough, right at 10. And Max McGill has been having a huge night tonight. Have him marked down for just about 17 carries, and we'll get his yardage total added up as well in our post-game show coming up after a little bit. Brought to you by the Eye Care Center of Spirit Lake.
Well, he came into this game averaging, or with less than 100 yards rushing. He's going to be close to that here tonight.
He gets another carry, another quick pitch, and short gain of about 3, looking at 2nd and 7, up to about the 44. But you are right, he's been running the ball very efficiently here tonight for the Wildcats, really just leading the charge. It's still 20-0 for Woodbury Central on top of Okoboji as the clock ticks down under 9 minutes left in this contest. Okoboji looking for another defensive stand. Let's give a statement they're still in this one. Already have 2 interceptions over the right-handed quarterback, Jace Manker, who drops back to pass from the pocket. Another out route. Nicely defended, and it falls incomplete. Pass a little bit low, intended for Schmidt, but Robards had nice pursuit. Didn't make it look easy.
A pass thrown out there, so only the receiver had a chance for the defender. If that pass wouldn't have been where it was at, It could have easily been a pick 6.
And without a doubt, if it was just slightly higher, Robards could have easily taken that one the other way. Still 3rd and 6 following the incompletion. Right now we have Manker about 6 of 13 through the air. But he has had some nice gains. We're looking to pass potentially here again on 3rd and 6. Play action, looking over the middle. A nice slant route, but just off the hands as Caleb Lyle falls over trying to corral that one. Incomplete, and 4th and 6 for the Wildcats.
Wildcats a little lucky, and now that snap was bobbled for a second before Manker was able to get a hold of it and get that pass off.
And it looks like they're going to keep the offensive unit out on the field. I believe offensive coordinator wearing red gloves to get a play call in. A good system there for Woodbury Central. From the Okoboji 43, Manker back to pass. Fires this one down the field. He has a man, and it is caught and brought down inside the 5-yard. No! Could not hold on through the contact, as going down was number 3, Bo Klingensmith. And what looked like in double coverage, he came down with a nice catch, but no, he bobbled it, and on the other end of the contact, dropped the ball.
That was a good-looking pass, too. Cheer dropped it right in there. As he caught or attempted to catch the ball, contact knocked it loose. Good job defensively for the Pioneers, and a good stop for them.
They got 8:26 on the clock and 3 total timeouts for both these teams. Pioneers football from their own 43-yard line, so they can get a nice drive like last time. Goki rolls out to pass as he's hit from the back, but nice catch by Austin Harms, and a pickup of about 11 through the air.
Goki standing in there again under pressure. He got hit while he threw that one, but a good strike and a good first down for Okoboji.
Nice pass and catch with the Pioneers. Pick with the first down. Clock stopped at about 8:23. And they're going to roll with it now. Here come the Pioneers from Sioux Central's 46. Breaking the huddle in shotgun formation. Goki now this time rolling out to his left. He's going to keep it as he runs in the backfield. Finally cuts it up past the 45. And just a short gain. Maybe about a yard or two. 2 yards. He only has 4 yards on 4 carries. And you saw Aiden O'Mara go out there and bring him down.
He had good pursuit out there. He was in the backfield, Aiden was. The speed of Goki got around him, and then the other defenders joined in, but Aiden forced him back to run backwards.
I'm not sure if that was a design quarterback keeper. This one, it might be Goki. Rolls out, throws over the middle, and does no man land well short of his intended target. Harms once again.
Oh, the pressure once again got to Goki. As he was throwing that ball, he was getting pulled down. He was lucky to even get that off and even close to the target he was aiming for.
He was spinning around the play action, too, and I think he just saw the pressure that just flushed him out. And he forced that ball over the middle of the field, luckily falling incomplete. But it's 3rd and 8 for Okoboji. 7:29 on the clock. Ball spotted at the Wildcats' 44. Pioneers come to the line of scrimmage. One man split out far side. 3 running backs in the backfield. As Goki looks to pass, as he just gets hammered as he throws this ball, and it's going to get batted around at the line of scrimmage, but falling incomplete. Just no chance on that one.
Under with a lot of pressure again there. And Goki's gone back to pass. But on this drive alone, the pressure's just been all over him.
He had the one nice pickup of 11 to Austin Harms. He'd been trying to go his way ever since. But now 3 consecutive incompletions make it 4th and 8 yards to go.
Even on that completion, he got hit.
Managed to make that just 2 incompletions back to back. 4th and 8 for the Pioneers. Need a big play here to keep this drive alive. Goki back to pass again. Steps up in the pocket, and he has had nowhere to go but down. Aiden O'Mara with the quarterback sack.
Boy, the pressure they're sending in. You almost should run a draw to that, but on 4th down, you don't really have that option. The end's coming around, meeting in the middle again. Goki goes down, turnover on down, 7:09 remaining in the ballgame.
Yeah, and you really just got to credit the linemen of Woodbury Central in this one, Tim. On both sides of the ball all night, they've been dominant. They have been creating holes for their ball carriers, for Max McGill and Jace Manker leading the charge. And on the defensive side of the ball, they just have not allowed much of anything for Okoboji to get started.
Holes on the other side.
And here we go. Pass caught by Klunder all the way down to the 41. Pickup of 9 through the air.
Klunder, a 6'2", 277-pound wide receiver, just a junior. All right, now Woodbury Central just looking at keeping that clock rolling here.
As Manker has now connected with 5 different targets. 2nd and 1, 6.5 minutes to go. From the Okoboji 39 on a jet sweep, they're going to hand off to Klingensmith. Round the far side he goes, follows some nice kick-out blocks. Picks up a short gain, but just enough for the first down.
That's a lot of running for a couple yards.
Yeah,
running from the near side of the field all the way to the far side of the field, and then finally cut it up. But I guess worth it. Got the first down, moves the chains, keeps the clock rolling.
And you're just waiting to make a cut running east and west like that. But for Woodbury Central, it's worked most of the night. Running the football for Okoboji. Yeah, they've had to just run to the sideline. They've got a couple of plays, mostly on special teams. And here we go, 1st and 10. Another jet sweep play action. They go right back up the middle on a counter, give to McGill. Not much of a pickup. And right back to the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 10. Clock ticks under 6 minutes left in this contest. Woodbury Central still on top of Okoboji. 20-0. Manker to pass, drops back in the pocket. Throws this one to his near side and batted away, but nearly picked off by Austin Harms. Once again, another pass that potentially could have gone back the other way for 6, Tim.
Just missing again. And there's some big plays that Okoboji has nearly made but has not made them. And it's probably why you're challenging. Part of the reason why you're losing by 20.
Yeah, that was just great pursuit by Harms. And he had a lot of daylight from him, as Tim Zoper says. Yes, and indeed, he might have been gone on that one. Unfortunate break there for the Pioneers. 3rd and 10, though. Manker to pass yet again. Dropping back. Stepping up in the pocket, and he's just going to have to keep this one and run. Shakes off Heller, and finally brought down by the other Heller, Jaden with the tackle. And he's going to get up to about the 30. And a nice pickup of close to 7 yards.
Good scramble from a good coverage downfield. He had to run with it. He tucks it and gets it to a 3rd and or 4th. Was it 3rd or 4th and man? Oh, that one coming back.
Yeah, but it
there's
looks
a flag.
like
There's okay. I see it now.
Definitely a hole at the line of scrimmage that allowed for that play to develop.
Well, sometimes with the coverage downfield and quarterbacks start scrambling around, you'll get those holding calls.
Manker did look like a good athlete on that play, though. He kept his options in sight, head on a swivel, but stepped in the pocket and was able to pick up yards, but still ultimately coming back in a big way, all the way down to their own 49-yard line. That is a long penalty. Looking at 3rd and 24.
Instead of 4th and possibly manageable.
Right. Now they would have kept the offensive unit on the field. 3rd and a mile. Trips to the right side. And Manker to pass yet again. He's looking for the screen. Nothing there. Throws to the far side. And a penalty flag thrown after the pass right around the 46.
Flag coming back in that secondary.
So Okoboji did a good job getting the screen on it. Getting the read on that screen and forcing him to throw away from it. And
ineligible receiver downfield.
And there we go. Another penalty going to be tacked on for Woodbury Central.
Yeah,
or
they're going to decline it.
Yeah, it's already long enough, it looks like. And 4th and 24 coming up here. And you're going to have to punt this one away. From the 49, punting unit comes out for Woodbury Central. Okoboji back to return this punt. Looks to be Jaden Heller again.
Heller at 6 feet. 155-pound senior. They're going to come after him on this one.
It's a high punt and a good one. Heller for the fair catch. He bobbles it, drops it, and he does not come away with the football. Falling on top of that one was Woodbury Central. Number 3, Bo Klingensmith making another play here tonight.
Oh, wow. Tough one for the Pioneers on that one.
Yeah, we've seen him, Jaden Heller, make some fair catches tonight. Let them just bounce away. That one could have potentially, might have even gotten a few more courteous bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Not that time.
There was a couple gunners down there for Woodbury Central, but
and nothing to gain from that play. Instead, it's going the other way once again. Woodbury Central trying to tack onto a 20-point lead at 4:47 in the 4th. Hand off to the middle. McGill's going to bounce this to the outside and run into the end zone untouched for another Woodbury Central touchdown.
Give him an 11-yard run off that right side. And that'll pretty much seal this one. 26-0 with 4:41 to go. Monk will head out there to try the extra point, and that's McGill's first rushing touchdown of the night.
Yeah, the sophomore coming to play in a big way tonight. It's got to be a career night for the starting tailback of Woodbury Central. A typically pass-heavy team. They kept things simple tonight and executed very well. The kick is up, and the kick is good by Monk. Making it now Woodbury Central 27, Okoboji 0. Down to the final 4 minutes and 41 seconds of the fourth and final quarter here on homecoming night. We'll be back in 1 minute on Q102 and explore Okoboji.com.
Today's banking is about so much more than numbers. It's about people. It's about community. It's about the next generation. Banking is personal. That's what we believe. And that's why we'll always put you first. Northwest Bank. Commitment you can bank on.
At Iowa Lakes Electric Cooperative, we are member-owned. That means everyone who gets their power from Iowa Lakes is also an owner. That's the cooperative difference.
The power is yours at your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
She shoots, she scores! Touchdown Pioneers. Wow, what a throw. Hey Pioneer fans, this is Kurt Karstens with Karstens Financial Group in Arnold's Park. And no matter the season, I want to wish all of our athletes and coaches the best of luck for a fun, healthy season. Go Pioneers.
Down an 11-yard run from sophomore Max McGill. Having a big night here tonight at running back. And the kick all the way back fielded at the 20 by Jaden Heller. Bringing this one up the near sideline. Let's dance around, but it's a nice return. Close to about 25 yards, up to the 45.
Very nice return for Heller after the last one. Punt he dropped, and probably felt he had to get a little something to make himself feel a little better. That dropped punt led to another touchdown for Woodbury Central. Well, thanks to Northwest Iowa Bone Joint and Sports Surgeons and the Hut Bar and Grill. And remember, the Hut Bar and Grill every Saturday, the coaches show over there.
Saturday morning, 8:15. Sure, tune in for there. And we're going to look at some scores coming up here in just a little bit. 4:34 left on the clock. It's 27-0 Woodbury Central. Goki back to pass. Throws this one to the left side and led Harms too far forward, and he was still pressured as he released that one. We're tied up at 21 on KUOO. 6:40 to go between Spirit Lake and Esteville Lincoln Central. Spirit Lake trying to rectify that loss last year to Esteville Lincoln Central in 2019, but ELC looking very solid here at 3-0 starting it off, and HLP wins it over GTRA 39-0, so we're going to see a Wolves team next Friday, Tim, with a lot of momentum. Goki back to pass, throws this one down the field, nice pass in just off the chest of the defensive back for Woodbury Central, Brackett Locke.
It looked like Goki had his receiver Robarts down the field and threw it a step behind him.
Yeah.
Nice. He had time to pass that one, threw a sharp-looking pass, just a little bit behind the intended target, and nearly picked off.
You know, Locke, he caught that one with the hands that could have been going the other way, just went right off the chest of his shoulder pads. Clock stops at 4:26 following the incompletion. 3rd and 10 from the 45. Simpson gets the direct snap. He's running slightly backwards and now up forwards, bound down the sideline. Nice pickup. Wonder if he got a first down, but a penalty marker thrown at around the 45. This one coming back. Just a tough break.
Boy, every time they have good plays or close plays, almost happen. Something happens to mess them up. A dropped ball, a penalty flag. Okoboji just can't help but shoot themselves in the foot.
Yep. It's just an unfortunate turn of events. That'll make it 3rd and about 20. From their own 35-yard line, Okoboji still trying to show some life in this contest as they trail 27-0. I got to tell you, this is a good Class A football team in Woodbury Central. They just manage the game very nicely. We've seen them a lot more on the offensive tonight. They control that football. as Simpson drops back to pass, lofts this one up, and it is incomplete. Off the chest of number 4, Ethan Stevens, his intended target, and delivering a punishing hit. Number 21 of the Wildcats, Brackett Locke, making another nice break up on this drive.
Well, he timed that one perfect because that ball was thrown, and he was running, not even looking back, and he happened to hit the receiver, but I was thinking it was going to be pass interference, but the ball got there right as he laid into him, and it was a perfectly timed defensive play by Locke there.
It was a good pass from Simpson, but the thing about Locke, he was burned on the play by Stevens, but he made up for it. He was running towards that receiver and caught up to him, and
Simpson threw off his back foot, so he didn't get behind it as much as he wanted. Just kind of had to float it down there and give Locke time to get down back into that play.
It was a very impressive play for sure, and a penalty marker once again on another punt. I think these Gunners are on the offensive side for Okoboji, struggling a little bit tonight as or they're going to wave it off. It's still 4th and about 25. Ball from the 30. Robards to punt this one for about his own 20. Nice punt. It's going to be fielded by Klingon Smith, or he'll let it bounce out of bounds all the way back to the Wildcats' own 21.
I feel like that was 4th and more yards than Okoboji got in the first half.
You might not be wrong on that one. Well, here we go. Just once again, a nice managed win by Woodbury Central. Want to thank them once again for making the long trip on one day's notice. And
out in the western part of the state they're located.
For sure. They were just ready to play, and they came to play tonight on Okoboji's homecoming. Clock stopped at 3:46. They lead the Pioneers 27-0. From their own 22, 1st and 10. And the Wildcats, I think they might just keep running the ball here on this drive.
Got out of that South Dakota, Nebraska, Iowa border.
Very close. All the way from Mobile. Just under 2 hours the trip here to the Iowa Great Lakes. As a nice tackle that time. Brought down by Logan Heller. Also Austin Harms in on the play. They handed that one off to Aiden O'Mara, getting his first carry of the game. Picking up 2 yards, or 3.
Mobile named after a town in Ireland. Only 2 Mobiles in the world, I believe.
Looks like we have a Pioneer down once again on the far side. And as they check up on him, clock will stop at 3:27 in the 4th quarter. We'll take another injury timeout here, and we'll be back in 3 minutes on Q102 and explore Okoboji.com.
This is Kayleen, the service manager at Okoboji Motor Company. 2020 has been a year of change and uncertainty. Our hours are the same, Monday to Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. We have the same experienced staff you've learned to trust to care for your vehicle needs. We will continue to support our communities and our schools because we care about you, our customers. Our service department is constantly running specials. Check them out at okobojigmtoyota.com. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay loyal, as we will for you. Thank you. Okoboji Motor Company, Service Department.
Hi, this is Jeremiah at Heartland Paint, Glass, and Locksmithing. We understand that hard work, dedication, and grit are the values of a successful team, and we stand behind all local students and athletes during this time of adversity. Come discover what we can do for your home or business. Heartland Paint, Glass, and Locksmithing, Highway 71, Spirit Lake.
Head down the highway to MHR Insurance and get the power of one from West Bend. Simplify with one policy, one affordable premium, one common loss deductible, and money back at the end of the year when you're claim free. What? Money back? See MHR Insurance in Milford or call 338-2654.
As injured Pioneer gets helped off the field.
Wyatt.
Sure hope for the best for him, as again, that was a number 58, must be a new jersey and not on the roster. Play action here for Jace Manker, throws over the middle, and this pass broken up. Nice contact there from Jesse Bachman. He's made a couple nice plays, including one interception. A very impressive catch back in the first half.
Fully get that play there. 3 minutes to go, you're up 27. I think you just run it and work that clock, but they throw it up there.
Well, it does lead at your back, too, and got to think maybe just run the clock out, but they're still trying to maybe get some things working on that offensive side for passing tonight. So I have him down for Plays will be whistled dead at the line of scrimmage. Jason Manker have him 7 of about 17 and 2 interceptions. However, his completions have been very nice. As you saw, Tim, it'll be false start on Woodbury Central, pushing them back, and they were looking to throw yet again.
I don't get it. And your starters are still all in.
Yeah. 3rd and 13. Ball back to the 20-yard line from the shotgun. Manker still looking to pass. In the pocket, steps up and delivers a strike down the field. This one picked off on the far side. Going the other way, it's Braden Robards. He's up past the 20, the 15, the 10. And finally pushed out of bounds inside the Woodbury Central 10-yard line. 1st and 10 and 1st and goal for the Pioneers.
Well, I guess that's what you get. Throwing the ball, Robards did a great job snatching that ball. He caught that ball with his hands, not against his body. He reached up and snatched it with his hands and then just took off with it. And we've seen a few of those almost happen. Finally, the Pioneers get it to happen now. They need to get 6 yards in just over 2.5 minutes. Let's see if Okoboji Pioneers can finally get on the board.
They need 6 yards to make a statement to show they got life in this one. From the shotgun. Snap goes to Simpson. He follows his blocker to the right side, and he has no hole to go to. Brought down from behind by the big man, Warren Smith.
Call that manwich.
Falling forward with 6'4", 290 at your back. Now, I got tackled from behind one time, broke a collarbone, and he was nowhere near as big as Warren Smith. That's
yeah.
What I'm trying to say is you got to feel that one.
That's a big fella coming down on you.
Yeah. The clock's going to continue to roll here at about 2:15. Still 2nd and goal now from the 9.
I think I was in 6th grade, and I had a big fella on my team fall on me, and I started crying, and they came out and picked me up, and the crowd cheered, and I started laughing because I was like, oh, they're cheering for me. It's the only time I think anybody ever cheered for me on the football field.
Simpson in motion. He gets the pitch, and he'll be tackled once again for a loss, this time back to about the 13-yard line. A loss of 4 that time, and it's 3rd and goal from the Woodbury Central 13-yard line.
Well, you got it. Weren't they on the 6 just a little bit ago?
They sure were. 2 carries for -7 to start off this drive following the great interception from Robards. I believe that pass, too, looked like it was thrown into triple coverage, but Robards had all his momentum coming forward, and he delivered that very nicely.
Just sitting back reading the pass. Came up on it nicely.
3rd and 12. They need 12 to get in the end zone. Goki lofts this one up, and he just leads his intended target too far.
Dawson hit again in the backfield, led to a kind of a floating duck out there. But
he almost went back to Robards in this time. But no dice. It's now 4th and goal from the 12 for Okoboji.
It looked like he had him, but he just doesn't have the time to get a good pass off very often. Once he drops back, Okoboji's going to go ahead and take a timeout here with 1:14 remaining in the ballgame.
Well, we'll go ahead and keep it right here as Okoboji just trying to punch this one in from 4th and goal from the 12-yard line. See if we got any more score updates. Still tied at 21 in the 4th quarter on KUOO. You can switch over to that game as they still got some time after the conclusion of this one. Y100 Emmetsburg was taking care of Sioux Central.
Cubs still on top of the Twins. In the top of the 8th inning, the Twins batting.
A couple of nice shout-outs to the cheerleaders tonight from the PA.
Eric Thompson.
Yep, doing a good job.
Called a few games with him on the airwaves here, I have.
Very good.
Former coach.
Not hard to see why. Great.
Enthusiastic.
Yeah, absolutely. Good inflection. All right, that'll bring out both Woodbury Central's defense and Okoboji's offense. It's Pioneer football from the Wildcats' 12-yard line, 4th and goal. Can Okoboji punch it in?
They prove they can go backwards. Let's see if they can move it forwards.
Goki to pass. Throws over the middle of the field and incomplete. Led his intended target too far. That was Robards, and it'll be a turnover on downs for the Pioneers.
No, the sad part there is Goki had time in the pocket to try to find a receiver. Just led Robards a little too far.
Just off target. I don't think he could get into much of a rhythm tonight as
That's hard when you drop back and you just automatically flinch because you've been hit so many times in the pocket.
4 of about 10 or 11 on the attempts tonight for Goki. So, like I said, just couldn't really get much of a rhythm throwing the ball. But for Woodbury Central, and now as we thought we would have seen on the last drive, they really should just run the clock out here. They still lead 27-0 over Okoboji, a minute 8. They hand off to McGill. Spins off a tackler, shoves another one down, and finally brought down right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Got hit, kept going, but the initial hit, he had to get up to just working himself back to the line of scrimmage. Have to do at least one more play here. Play clock at 25, game clock at 45. They're going to use all the play clock up.
Just about time for one more play to just really be the final nail in the coffin for this one. Again, Woodbury Central, I want to thank them for coming all the way here to Milford tonight on one night's notice, and without a doubt, this is a very solid football team here for Okoboji on homecoming. And McGill, as he shoves down his lead blocker and just looking for a hole, but doesn't get much of a pickup on what should be the final play of the game. McGill maybe actually losing a yard on that one.
Not that it matters much.
Yep. Clocks, the seconds will finally tick off in this one. Woodbury Central holds on and shuts out Okoboji on homecoming night. Final score 27-0. The socially distanced good game wave, it looks like. And that brings us to our post-game show now coming up, as it's brought to you from the Eye Care Center in Spirit Lake, courtesy of Dr. Norland and Dr. Cornwall. We'll be back in 3 minutes. This is high school football on Q102 and ExploreOkoboji.com.
At United Community Bank, we're actively engaged in developing, strengthening, and energizing our communities by investing in people and their hopes and dreams for the future. Let us go to work for you, supporting your goals and helping you succeed. We look forward to being a part of your financial future. United Community Bank, with locations in Milford, Okoboji, Hartley, Ocheyedan, and Lake Park. Member FDIC.
United Community Bank, dedicated to your financial success.
The Hut Bar and Grill in Arnold's Park is open for lunch and dinner 7 days a week, and breakfast is served Saturdays and Sundays starting at 8 a.m. So if you're looking for fantastic food served up hot, fresh, and delicious, and service that gets you in and on your way, head to the Hut in Arnold's Park.
For the best window and door solutions for your next project, choose superior quality to enhance the character of your home. Choose Marvin. Visit your local Marvin dealer. Consumer Lumber in Spirit Lake, Spencer, and Lake Park. Locally owned and operated since 1906.
Are you paying too much for internet service? It's time to cut the wires, cut the charges. IGL Teleconnect is your local internet provider. No contracts, no hidden fees, no equipment rental, and no confusing packages for just $40 a month. IGL Teleconnect, we put you first.
Northwest Iowa bone, joint, and sports surgeons have been providing excellent care to the community for the past 40 years. Their team offers specialized care, including sports medicine, as well as in-house physical therapy. Exceptional, dependable, local. Visit NWIAbone.com.
She shoots, she scores! Touchdown Pioneers. Wow, what a throw. Hey Pioneer fans, this is Kurt Karstens with Karstens Financial Group in Arnold's Park. And no matter the season, I want to wish all of our athletes and coaches the best of luck for a fun, healthy season. Go Pioneers.
The Lakes News Shopper would like to wish the Okoboji Pioneers and area sports teams the best of success this season. The Lakes News Shopper appreciates all the hard work and dedication that the student athletes and coaches put into their seasons and are very proud of the Pioneers.
Hi, this is Jeremiah at Heartland Paint, Glass, and Locksmithing. We understand that hard work, dedication, and grit are the values of a successful team, and we stand behind all local students and athletes during this time of adversity. Come discover what we can do for your home or business. Heartland Paint, Glass, and Locksmithing, Highway 71, Spirit Lake.
Okoboji High School is proud to sponsor all Okoboji students in their activities. Okoboji High School wishes good luck to the Okoboji Pioneers as they work hard all season. Be proud to represent the Okoboji Pioneers in education and activities.
Doctors Norland and Cornwall and the entire staff of the Eye Care Center would like to remind athletes to do your best and have a great season. When you have eye care needs, visit the Eye Care Center just north of the hospital in Spirit Lake. The Eye Care Center is proud to offer you professional service and personal care for all your eye care needs. The Eye Care Center has a large selection of quality eyeglass frames and the most up-to-date styles. Call today to make an appointment with the professionals at the Eye Care Center in Spirit Lake.
Welcome back to Q102 and ExploreOkoboji.com. My name is Mitch Kieran, joined tonight by Tim Peterson and Tim Soper on the video and Mary Trainer back in Master Control. I want to thank those two for all the great work they've done for us tonight. I want to thank each and every one of you for sticking around with us, those of you had through technical difficulties, and for watching the Facebook feed and at ExploreOkoboji.com. Well, tonight, Tim, homecoming for Okoboji just didn't go the way they wanted to. Lucky enough to play, but ultimately they fall to a good Class A team, Woodbury Central, 27-0.
You knew it'd be tough for the Pioneers in this one, especially with the short notice of who you're playing, and you don't really have a lot of prep time, but on the flip side, neither did they. So just kind of go out there, slog it out, and see what happens. Ends up Woodbury gets a score in every quarter in this game.
Absolutely, one for each if you want to let us know how we got to this score.
It was the 5:48 mark in the first quarter. Klingensmith with an 8-yard run. The extra point by Monk was good. It was 7-0. In the second quarter, 10:19 mark, it was Manker with a 1-yard touchdown run. Extra point was blocked, 13-0. Third quarter, at the 3:20 mark, 7-yard run by Manker. Extra point was good. It was 20-0. And then in the fourth quarter, another touchdown run, this one by McGill with 4:41 to go. And Monk's extra point good on that one for a total of 27-0. And another thoughts and prayers once again going out to Carter Belisle, who went down early in this second half. And we hope that he ends up being good to go for the rest of the season and heals quickly with whatever ailment he had with some kind of leg problem, leg injury.
Yeah, it was a very efficient game up until that point. You really just hate to see that happen for a player who was making plays all night long. It looks like we might be seeing Coach Nick Pluger heading this way. But once again, our thoughts and prayers out to that young man. One player worth noting is running back Max McGill, the sophomore, had a career night tonight. 90 yards on 22 carries and the one rushing touchdown. One bright spot for Okoboji, however, on the defensive side of the ball, 3 interceptions from Jesse Bachman, Austin Harms, and Braden Robard. So the thing with Okoboji, too, they were just making some big plays, but just could not capitalize it at times, as we've seen also a couple turnover on downs from within 4th and goal range.
It's kind of like in a baseball game when you get a few hits in the game, but you just can't string anything together, and that's kind of what happened. And like Coach went over the other side of the press box and had to run all the way back over here. Then he gets over here, and there's 2 flights of stairs you got to climb to get up to this booth. You may have to give him a little inhaler testing his cardio tonight as he's coming in up here for us.
Yeah, we got to appreciate the hustle, Coach. Here, come on over. And joining us now on the post-game show, courtesy of the Eye Care Center in Spirit Lake, and Dr. Norton and Dr. Cornwall. And now talking with head coach Nick Pluger. Now, Coach, again, very grateful to be back here in the press box calling your team. As you know, a little over 24 hours ago, we didn't know if we were going to be having a game. So, but for Woodbury Central, you know, they still came prepared. They're a very solid Class A team, picking up the win tonight, 27-0. What were some of your takeaways?
Yeah, I mean, you nailed it. Just so grateful for the opportunity to play, to have a great week of practice, and you could just feel the energy, the excitement on Thursday coming out to practice, and you know, it just seemed like things were really going the right direction for us. And then you see Mr. Grim Reaper, Justin Ballast, our AD, come up, and you just know he's carrying this weight on his shoulders. So it's like at that point you're already like, oh no, like this isn't good news. So, you know, definitely really difficult coaching in the pandemic here, and to have to tell your seniors that they might potentially lose their senior year homecoming game. That was really hard. You know, I was holding back tears. They were holding back tears. And that's hard to see. But, you know, in the moments after, something really beautiful of the kids coming together and saying, hey, let's just keep our heads up. Let's be hopeful that we're going to play tomorrow night. Let's prepare like we're going to have a game. And sure enough, you know, Ballast worked really, really hard at calling all available schools. And about 8:30 last night, got Woodbury Central lined up. So, yeah, I'd rather be out here tonight losing to a good team like Woodbury Central than just sitting at home and have nothing else to do. And our kids thought the same thing too. And we asked them if we had to travel for their homecoming, would they be willing to do it? And all without hesitation said yes. So that really speaks to the spirit of our kids. They just want to be out here playing. And again, great spirit of Woodbury Central to now be on the road for 4 consecutive games, and I think they travel next week as well. So have yet to have a home game, but obviously a great team out of Woodbury Central, very well coached to be able to not even know that you have an opponent on a Friday night and then still come out and take care of business. They got a great culture at Woodbury Central. So,
well, very good there, Coach. You definitely were still making some plays. One big bright note was forcing 3 turnovers on Woodbury Central, all on interceptions from Jesse Bachman, Austin Harms, and Braden Robards. Just also a couple good drives ending in 4th and goal turnovers. So we're making big plays. Just maybe execution wasn't there for some of those drives to capitalize.
Yeah, in the very few hours that we got to study film on Woodbury Central, we knew that number 4 is a good quarterback when he looks at his primary receiver, but if that look isn't open, then he tends to get a couple of miscues, and we're able to take advantage of that on the defense end. 3 turnovers is great. We just really need our offense to start producing off those turnovers. That's kind of been our downfall all year. We can't allow our defense to yield that many snaps. We have a bend don't break mentality, but after so long, something's going to break, something's going to give. We gave them an early lead again, 13-0, but then it was like that for a good duration of the game until the end when they got a few late scores. So our defense is doing a great job of making adjustments and making a lot of good plays, and the 3 interceptions is huge.
And lastly, Coach, next Friday night you're staying in the Iowa Great Lakes, just going right up the road to take on Spirit Lake. How are you preparing for the Indians, and what adjustments are you looking to make?
Yeah, just like any other week, on Monday we'll really look at our film, show our kids that we're just leaving a lot of opportunities, off the board, and it just comes down to the simple things of fundamentals, finishing our blocks, finishing in the red zone, those type of things, and then we'll really attack the film of Spirit Lake, and our coaches do a great job of working relentlessly on the weekends. I know. I don't give them near enough praise, but our defensive coordinator, Brian Fisher, my phone will be blowing up all of Saturday about his schemes and what he wants to do for Spirit Lake. He's really been doing a great job on the defensive side of things. So I know we're going to do our best, work really hard to have a good game plan, and obviously Spirit Lake will be doing the same. So we're looking forward to that matchup Friday.
Oh, we are too, Coach. We'll see you again next Friday. And again, thank you very much for taking the time to talk with us.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. Thank you for your coverage.
All right, head coach Nick Pluger joining us on the post-game show. We'll bring Tim Peterson back in here for some final thoughts. Again, Tim, final score 27-0. Good Class A team coming to town tonight. And go ahead and let you hit the headset back.
It's 2020. My earpiece fell off, of course.
Oh, wow. All right, well, not much else can be said about tonight's contest over on KUOO. We have one going to overtime, tied up at 21 between Spirit Lake and Esterville Lincoln Central. Final score on Y100, Emmitsburg defeats Sioux Central 27-0. Don't forget, we got the Iowa High School scoreboard show starting at the top of the hour at 10 p.m. on KUOO, so be sure to tune in for that. And again, next week on Q102, myself and the great Tim Peterson on the call and on the road to West Bend Mallard covering Harris Lake Park. Tim, as always, it's a blast calling football with you.
You as well, and should also remind people, don't forget about the coaches show tomorrow on KUOO. It's tomorrow morning. Scott Nolte will be sitting down with a few of the local area coaches and talking sports.
Absolutely. Tim, thank you once again.
Yep, thank you, Tim, and thanks, Mom, for listening. Well, to half the show tonight.
And we need to give a big thanks once again to Tim Soper doing a fantastic job on the broadcast. That was live video streamed at explore.okoboji.com and our Facebook pages. Big thanks to Mary for sticking with us in Master Control. Thank you for once again working very hard through those technical difficulties. And thank you once again for sticking with us in Week 4 of Iowa High School football. Final score from Milford, Woodbury Central 27, Okoboji 0. When I return you to your regularly scheduled programming on Q102, Okoboji's Best Rock. Have a great weekend.